and welcome to 540 Studio De Beyond Season 3. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. I hope everyone is doing well out there in YouTube land. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. It's good to have a stream today. And of course, I'm here today with of course, Baron Norman Tag and Cash Money, and hopefully other people will join later. They know where to find the link, I hope. Uh, but other than that, how are you guys? Baron, we start with you. How are you, brother?
I'm doing pretty okay. Just enjoying life. It is warmer day to day before it starts getting cold. But thinking about the people down in Florida, of course,
Yeah,
Always,
that
man.
aftermath. Some
yeah,
areas didn't look like they were hit bad, but then all you have to do is go a few blocks away from
Yeah.
where they're at, and it's like
Yeah.
boom! It looks like a bomb hit. So
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Did you see that? Did you see that video of the traffic light? It's like on. It's still working, but it's just bent. It was crazy, but
it's crazy, man.
it's just still working. I was like, wow.
well, at least
Yeah.
it's still working.
You know, a lot of prayers down there to
Yeah.
the people down there. It's crazy. I've seen a lot of
It is.
videos, and it's
Mhm.
it's really fucked up what's going on. And I saw there's a guy out there who is on his boat, and he refuses to leave his boat, and he doesn't
Mhm.
care if he dies. Basically, he's gonna be in the spot.
Well,
But now he's gonna be rich though, because you have another streamer that had an interview with him, and now they're gonna make him rich. And hail to Mike.
Yeah. But thinking about all
Hey,
my
Mike.
friends down that way, man. Like Storta
Yeah,
Borer in his human suit, and Pops, of course, and Age Boomer, all those people that
That's
live
right.
down in
Yeah.
that area there.
yeah.
We have a
Yeah, I
lot
know, I
of
know, I know,
streamer
I
friends
know a
that live
couple
down
people
there.
too. Also, yeah,
Yeah,
down
Rough
there.
Girl, and yeah.
That's right. You
Hope
had told me
everyone is
Rough Girl
safe.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, hope
Mhm.
everyone is just safe. Uh, it's crazy. Hope it's gonna go over soon.
Yeah.
Just need to hope for the best, and whatever God you believe in, let's all pray together. To
Yes.
whatever God we all different beliefs, but let's pray together. And
Right.
be together as one about this.
And I did get an update from a couple of our friends, and other than trees down, power being out, panels of fences missing, the two that I've heard from did make it through.
That's good to hear.
That's good that you made it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is good to
Oh.
hear. Yeah.
Yeah. No, just hope for the best, and other than that too, how are you, Cash? How are you doing?
Doing all right. Just been working on stuff and watching
Yeah.
baseball and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight is
That's nice.
a really good show, The Old Man. So I gotta maybe Saturday, Mike. We'll start watching that, something like that, because I know I gotta catch you up, dude.
It depends on what
Tuesday.
time, because Saturday
yeah,
at
that's
7
right.
p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern, I'm going to be, excuse me,
Right.
having
right.
a member stream.
Oh, we'll figure it out in the next few days, dude.
Yeah.
Get you.
And we have a guy who's part of the family. I never call him a guest on his channel because he's part of the family, part of our friendship. Mr. Mike, aka Pacific 414, and yes, I will get the tattoo. I will.
No,
And how are
stop.
you, brother?
No,
How are you, brother?
no. Don't do that to Mike, dude.
Only if it's
All things considered, with what's going on in the world, what's going on in Florida right now, my problems are meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, no, I get that. And looky, who showed up?
Unmute.
I was in the bathroom. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose Cash?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we did.
Was it something I said?
No. Cash, what happened to you, man?
Cash.
Cash.
Do I have to take over? Do I have to take over being Cash now? Hi, everybody.
Evan.
Okay.
I'm sending him. I'm sending him.
Too.
Yeah, I'm doing
It could be his internet again.
Don't say that, man. Come on, man. But other than that,
hi, everybody.
What have you been up to, Mike? What have you been up to?
Well, yesterday we had a good episode of Pop Talk, and Tuesday, I played more Batman Arkham Knight and just
Yeah, you're
doing
getting
things
started
around the
the
house.
game. Yeah. No, I've been watching a couple of of course, your streams with Arkham, of course. They are good games. They're good games, of course.
Yep.
Which one do you like the most so far?
I like Arkham City the most.
Understandable. It's understandable. I like that one
You're
too.
having too much fun. You're having too much fun with that game, I tell you, man.
Well, once I finish Arkham Knight, I'll be able to give everybody my thoughts and opinion on all three. And, they're all good
Yeah.
games. I recommend anybody out there who hasn't
Yeah.
played them yet,
You know,
or
I get
maybe
you.
you haven't played them in a long time.
Yeah,
Pick 'em
it's
up
like
again.
I do like, Arkham Knight too. Oh, and we lost him again.
Don't
Uh-oh.
worry.
He will be here. But no,
I'll be your
I'll
cash money stand.
yeah. But I do like Arkham Knight, but I think it's too much driving for a Batman game. Other than that, I do really enjoy the game. Other than
See,
driving the car
I'm
all
the
the time.
complete opposite. I do like driving
Really?
the Batmobile.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
I rather beat up people, fight and beat them up instead of, doing car shit. But all different preferences, of course.
Yeah, but when you see, some of the thugs running away and you just drive by them and you shock them and
Yeah, and I can understand
knock
that,
them out.
man. How cool would it
That's
be to have like the old Batman car, from the Tim Burton movie?
yeah.
Yeah, see, I
That
thought
would
you
have
were
been
going to say
cool.
the old Batman car from the original TV show.
Yeah, the 66 Batman series with Adam West.
Oh,
They're
I would so yeah, I want to drive
they're
around.
they're releasing a $150 Lego set for that Batmobile later on this month, and it's like, I need to focus on the computer. I need to focus on my computer. I just keep telling myself
Yeah,
all
yeah,
this stuff,
exactly.
but yes, I will. It's goddamn. It's a beautiful set. I have the smaller version from the 66 show or from the 60 show, and I'm going to be getting the larger one. It's a beautiful thing.
I get you. And other than that, we are waiting for Cash. We are gonna wait to do the topics until we will see if he can pop in or not. But Kilted, how are you, man? How are you doing? What have you been up to?
Trying to relax, trying to just one day at a time right now. Yesterday was
Yep.
exhausting, and I think it showed when I was trying to live stream because I was just brain dead all night.
Well, that happens sometimes,
A
man.
little bit, yeah, a little bit better today. So
Yeah.
getting ready
Well,
for
I'm
the
happy
weekend.
you're feeling better, man. Happy you're feeling better.
Yeah.
And that's always a plus. And before we get into other stuff too, of course we have Pacific in the chat also. Hail to you and hail to you because you're on the panel. Hi.
Great
Hi.
to have you
How
as
you
a guest.
doing? How you doing?
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna cross our fingers and make sure, and hopefully my mic works all night.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It should
That's
work
right.
today, man. It should. You're not the only one who had problems. I
Mm.
know Netcat had problems with his. Other people have. I've had problems. Other have problems. So it's been a lot of problems with the update on StreamYard up and down. It's been up and down with StreamYard lately. So
There we
let's
go.
see.
Is he back?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
back.
Time to charm.
And I want to say hail to Hunty.
Oh,
I've been here since the start, but YouTube wouldn't let me freaking type. But now I can. What?
Mhm.
Is YouTube
I
also
see.
crashing
I see
today?
you, Baron.
Well, I was
See.
in your tangent. It's like, look at this. See, cash, money, stand in. I was just, I
Yeah,
was
just a
being here,
stand-in.
man,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I was being here for you, but now I can go back to being me because you're back.
And Hunty said, I had no chat box. That's weird. Maybe YouTube has some problems today. I don't know. I haven't looked up, but I can look it up.
Well, you want to know something interesting, and I showed it to Cash yesterday's show, is in the studio, the like kept going from 2 back to 1, back to 2, back to 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it would do it in intervals.
Yeah.
A few seconds, it would go to 2. A few seconds later, it'd go to 1. Then it'd go 2, 1, 2, 1.
Just could not decide. He's like,
And I
But no,
said
I
to
get
Cash and Barrett, I said, you see this?
Exactly. No, I totally get that. That sucks. That sucks, and it's stupid. So it probably some glitches. It's always some glitches here and there.
Anytime they
cool.
do an update, they always screw something up.
Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. It really is. No, for me, I'm doing pretty well. I finally got my new keyboard. Luckily, because my former keyboard it died. It was my
No,
fault.
you killed it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
Like it
killed it,
is.
yeah, it
bro.
was my fault. It was
You
my
did.
fault.
You
I'm
were
not
like,
denying it.
you were
It was my
looking
fault.
at certain pictures, and then you were like, "Oh crap!" And then like something
Oh, no,
happened. I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
Yeah.
I was watching
That
a
was
TV show. I was watching a TV show. I was watching Vikings.
get a little
Oh,
excited
Vikings. He
and
got a little
foolish
too
with that on
excited. He's like,
there.
"Oh, they
Yeah.
used that sword this way," and it's like, "Oh shit!" And then everything.
Look at these Valkyries.
No, I
Oh
was
my.
since I was rewatching stuff like that, and
No.
I have like a tumbler cup thing, and I forgot to take the lock on it. I normally put on the lock, but that day I apparently forgot it. Don't know how. Maybe I was tired. Who the fuck knows? So I was just gonna move, and then I hit the table or something, and boom, the cup fell down on my keyboard, and it died. Yeah, good
That
job, me.
sucks.
Mm.
Yeah, good job, me. But luckily, since my birthday's next week, so my sister, my little sister, she gifted me a new money for a new keyboard and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
sweet.
Yeah,
So
man,
that
that's
was really
nice.
nice. And I
Very
bought the
nice.
same
Very nice.
keyboard. I bought the same
Huh?
keyboard that I had because I love that keyboard. And they normally don't sell it anymore, at least not in Norway. So I bought the last one.
Good.
The last one in store. I'm like, oh shit, there's one left. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy it. Boom, boom,
It
and I
was
had it. I'm like,
just
He
it
had
was
it. He
oh,
bought
destined.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had
It was calling
bought
out to
it.
you, Chase,
He,
Chase.
he's not
I
Oh,
need
gonna
to
so
put
do.
more food
Racer out
on
there,
me.
if you want to start sponsoring us, I would love a sponsorship with Racer. I love you guys. Racer all the way. That's the best thing in the world when it comes to gaming and other stuff.
They can be good.
Uh,
They can be good.
I
they
need
are good.
that.
They are
I
the
want to
best.
feel your fingers all over me, but
So if
please
you want to sponsor us,
put down your
please,
liquids
I
to me.
would love to be sponsored by you guys. And Monster, I love Monster. So Monster
Please,
Energy, if you want to sponsor us too, come on,
please
you have your guy
Yeah,
here.
sponsor
Yeah,
us.
you have your
wire him
guy
up
here.
like a weasel. Wire him up like a
Yeah.
squirrel on
Uh,
speed.
Yeah,
Please
come on, come on.
sponsor us. Come
Yeah,
on,
please sponsor
Razor,
us.
Please.
The thing is, if you do
Oh
that, you
god.
probably run up a pole and hit a transformer, and boom, that's it. And the whole
But
neighborhood
no,
goes in the
so
dark.
but no, it was really good to get a new one, and I'm gonna be more careful next time. Yeah, because it sucked. But other than that, yeah, I'm doing
Shame
pretty
on you.
well and working on my edits. That's what I've been doing mostly today. And I showed you a little bit to Cash and Baron in the back room, and I'm really happy so far.
I was in the bathroom. We weren't in the bathroom.
Back room, not
Oh, whoa,
bathroom.
that sounds even worse.
Oh
Didn't you
god,
say green room?
dude,
The green
I'm not
room.
the one who's thinking like that, bro.
The joke is the back door, not the back rooms. Back door. That's the joke.
Oh,
Don't just, man. I'm just
Oh,
can't even
I
get the
need
joke
that
right.
help, man.
Can't even get the joke
Damn it,
right.
I'll work better next time, man.
Yeah,
come
work better.
on, man.
Come on, man. But no, so I'm closing up. I'm closing up because I promised a lot of people that I will get done with it. So my acolyte slash KOTOR movie that I'm doing of the show, creating a totally
Oh,
new movie.
KOTOR.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that's what
Oh.
I'm basing the acolyte on. Is that I'm
Mm.
basing everything on KOTOR and SWTOR, and I have removed so much dialogue. I've fixed a lot of things. I've made Soul into more of a Jedi. I have fixed the backstory. So, plus some friends of mine, they were like, we would love to have like a proper backstory and not just a movie without the backstory. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna do a quote unquote director's cut of it. And then gonna have my own version that have no backstory because I don't care about the really about the backstory there. But some people really wanted it, so they wanted to give me a challenge because doing the editing of the whole backstory is really hard because there was so much shit in it. But I did it. I found a way. I just had to look through, think outside of the box, and just look what I can do and not do. And I found a way to do it, and you don't really have any lesbian witches anymore and all that. So yeah, it's a lot different. I created new scenes. Uh,
I-
and created some cool fight scenes. The fight scenes are a lot better now, because that's one of the things that show was pretty decent. That was fight scenes. Some of the fight scenes were decent. So I try to make the fight scenes more intense, more better, adding more intense music in the background. And yeah, so I'm closing up. I have 2 episodes left, I think, if I don't remember wrong. Um, Almost finished with the last episode that I'm doing now for the movie. Almost finished chopping that up. So and Baron, you saw how much I've been editing on it.
Yeah,
That's
he was graced me with all that in the green room. Yeah,
yeah, in the green
doing
room.
a good job editing. Yeah, well, that's what they call the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. I don't know what they call it in Norway. I didn't know if they call it the Elg room or if they call it, the whaler's room, or you never
In
know.
Norway, I think most of them just
Mouth.
call it the editing room or something.
Well, the green room's for the guests.
But no, I'm really excited to get it done, and there are a couple of people who wanted to review it when it's out. So it's gonna be fun to see the response on it, and can show my skills of editing. And I know Cash, I know you say, fuck that show, and I get you.
That's
But
Tilted
I'm
says
having
to a bunch
you
of
said that I
people.
was torturing myself, but I'm not, bro. I'm actually having a great time editing.
I have no comment.
Hey,
You
Cash,
don't believe me.
remember, Cash, there are masochists out there.
I know.
Yeah, and I think the guy next to me here is.
Mhm.
Well, I'm a Cup fan. I could vouch for that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Mike is
Well-
really a masochist.
Well,
Now,
yeah. I mean,
was a Twins
Anyway.
fan, so that's the same way with me.
So yeah, Kilted, since you also have seen the whole show, I will also give you the link for the full movie when it's out, so you can see.
Sweet.
And
Something
I
good?
think
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like this a lot more. Do you like Jedi being more Jedi?
I like being entertained by plot and story progression.
Do you
and
like
pacing.
really
That
evil
makes
bad
sense.
guys? I made the
Bad guys
guy
being bad
already.
guys? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Because Jace he's a bad guy.
Oh yeah, I'm totally a bad guy.
You are.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
You scare me, man. You scare me. I'm frightened.
Well, if you want to send it to me, Jace, when you have it done, I'll review it and I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'll
Dude.
be getting one.
Yeah.
I know, I
Everyone who
will be
wants
too.
it,
I know.
you will be too.
You will, Cash. You will. You know it.
You will. You have no choice.
I will.
of
I
You'll
have
be
no
the
choice.
first
He'll just
person he
send it.
sends it to.
He'll send it the
You're the
first
first
person. I'll
one.
be like, "Fuck you, Jace." No, just kidding. I'm joking.
I love
don't
you
forget
too.
Mark
you
Hamill,
know, I
Cash.
love you too.
Don't forget Mark Hamill.
That's your thing,
That-
bro. That's
Does that mean Mark Hamill loves Cash too?
no.
No,
Don't want, no.
no.
So let me see
We're-
here.
we're
Let me.
We're only fans of his his work, not him being a pin-headed twat waffle.
I don't even know, man. But yeah. So
What I'm gonna do, before we get into other stuff, fuck. Now I can't. Now I think wrong on everything because of Baron.
yeah, it's Baron's
did I
fault.
Hmm.
Really, I don't think he did anything this time. Come on, man.
Hunter said, "I'm gonna be busy tomorrow watching all 4 Hooligans." Okay, and hail to Frostfang. Hail to you, brother. Hope you're doing
Hello,
good.
Frost. Yes.
And hail to Joe's. Hail, brother.
Hey,
Hope you're doing
Joe's.
good. Always good to
See
see
you
you,
again,
man.
man.
Always good to see you, brother.
That was 8 hooligans, not 4.
8. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, might get a copy strike on it, but what I'm gonna do,
Oh
I'm just
boy.
I'm just gonna show a
here
little
we
clip.
go.
I
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
might get a copyright. We might all get a copyright on.
That's why I'm gonna pause it. Don't worry about it. It's really short. It's really short. So
It
So-
depends. Some channels
Yeah, it depends.
might get a copyright.
will
Some
see.
channels might not.
we will see what happens.
right.
I'm a little
will.
fish. Cash is about to overtake me in viewers.
And
or
if we get a little strike, it's easy to edit out the part. Really easy. It's really easy. So Kilted, I know you were more entertained by the fight scenes of the movie, right?
Yes.
Look at this and say your opinion. All of you guys can.
Oh,
This is
boy.
what I did today, just to
There you go.
make it more intense.
Look, they were
So
better than
Probably.
Ahsoka. Okay, well, with one exception.
yeah. Okay.
Call
Are you
me
ready?
Cleveland. Call me Cleveland.
You guys ready?
The troll has entered the chat.
Yeah, we will get to him.
Oh.
So
Uh-huh.
we have this, right? And it goes, and like you see, I paced this a little different, so now it's more intense. Bum bum. Now it's completely different. And now it doesn't stand there like a bitch. Now it's more intense, a more intense fight scene. It's really small because you don't need a full fight scene with that. You just need a little kill. That's what's
Well,
important with the
Like,
scene.
did you? For what's his name? For I can't remember the guy's name. For his death, did you speed that up so there's not so much happening, not much of a pause?
Oh, it's
before
not
Saul
sped
gets
up. It's all
involved?
about pacing. All about pacing. It's
Okay.
all about
Not,
pacing.
not. I mean, not. I don't mean sped up, but like shortened it a little bit to
Shorten
make
it,
it.
yeah.
It happened a
Shorten
lot
it to be more
faster, to get
intense.
Saul
Yeah,
more
to get it more
reason to-
intense.
Okay.
Just to get it a little
Plus-
bit more intense.
Plus all the slow mo he puts in there.
Yeah, yeah. So much. I'm
He
Zack
learned
Snyder,
it.
you know. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
Zack
yeah.
Snyder, man. He
Yeah,
wanted to take
yeah.
it to a new level. He's
Zack
like,
Snyder
"Whoa."
Yeah. No,
The
but
30
now
He's
it
got
works.
the
minutes, one
noises.
hour and a half.
Yeah, but now it works a lot
Okay.
better, and you have the intense scene. Goes. A lot differently paced. So, what do you guys think? Be honest. Just
Does May need to be in it? Like, do you need her? Like, is her reaction necessary? Should that be something
Rosha.
with just her?
yeah, that
Amanda
that-
Stenberg. Does she need like? Does her reaction? Is her reaction?
yeah, I
ultimately
need it to the
necessary?
pacing. I
Okay,
need it to the pacing,
Okay.
or the scene's it's not gonna work.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's why I have it here because, or if not, it doesn't work because they have to react. So it just because when it goes to attack, this part right here, it does not work if I don't have that scene.
Okay.
Yeah, because you also have to explain that she came there. You know that she came with that
Hey,
that
take her out
other
of the whole
Jedi.
fucking show wouldn't make a difference. But anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
But yeah, so that's how that is, and also when we get to of course when she dies, the scene is also really completely different. What I have done, let me try to show.
Adobe
Is-
Premiere. Okay, I need to start looking at that. I need to write that down.
You have to pay for it though, monthly,
Yeah, that's what
a lot of it.
I mean,
Yeah. But what I did here, you know, he doesn't have all the other dialogue, and the Sith is not like, you know, that's its name, yada yada. Now he's just like, he doesn't need to say anything when he killed her. He doesn't. Now he's just a villain, you know. He's just a bad guy. He doesn't need to say anything.
I didn't
No.
really mind. Well, see, the line that he delivers, I don't think that was a bad line. Oh, that was its name. I think
Yeah,
that
but
was-
the whole
that was
scene does
impersonal.
not work to the movie because this is in KOTOR universe. They know also about Jedi's and all that kind of
Well,
stuff.
That
Jedi's and
actor
Sith know
also
about.
from Squid Game, as we were talking about a few months ago, at least, Jace, was what was it, involved a few years ago in some Me Too stuff and whatever.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of
Mhm.
it. Yeah,
Crazy,
he
man.
has.
It's crazy.
But he's
crazy.
still very popular in
Mm.
South Korea. There, they even are
Yeah,
using
he
their
is.
advertising on Arirang
Yeah.
news. They usually start off with come to Korea and experience
Exactly.
So is that another
the country,
situation?
isn't it?
Yeah, does that mean the situation is blown out of proportion then to some extent?
We
Ben? I
we
mean,
don't
it
know
might-
what's going
Well,
on with that whole
we
thing,
don't-
but it's not what we are going to
Yeah.
talk about now.
No,
We're
no,
talking
no.
about
But,
this.
well,
Okay,
but
we saw that
I'll
guy.
just finish and say that too. Again, we got to
Yeah.
remember it's a different culture, a different country.
This is
So,
yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah,
good
so
point,
maybe
good
it doesn't
point.
mean
Exactly.
much over there, but the Americans, and
Yeah.
maybe they know the actual truth because they got different laws in the way
They do.
go
They
after
do. It is
and
completely
book
different in
things.
Korea than other. So, but yeah, this is what we did, or I did. Is make it more intimidating. That's the point. Making him more intimidating through the whole movie. That is to make him intimidating, and I'm also using more music in the background with him that makes it more intense and builds him up more as a really evil guy. You know that he's hard to stop. He's not a weakling or anything like that. You are supposed to feel that you are afraid of him. So that's what I've done so far. Some of the new stuff.
And that's what needs to be done. You know, if you want to have a villain and have this villain be intimidating and actually show the audience that he's a threat, you have to cut out
Yep.
some of the fat.
Yeah,
It's like
I
it's
agree
like
with that. Yeah.
it's like I don't mind the whole scene where he says, I have no name and and then he says like, what are you and stuff like that. It's not like the biggest deal breaker, but it just does not fit into the movie that I'm doing because it's destroying the pacing that I'm doing with this part, and to make him, of course, more of a villain, more intense, and I want that evil mystery to him. You know what I mean? When he reveals stuff and you get that like, oh shit, So yeah, I'm excited to get it out. I'm really excited to get it out. And we do have Phil McCracken. What the hell? I came here for 540 and I walk in on a pop talk. Jason, I'm the king and legend of pop talk.
Boy.
Former king and legend of pop talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, just pause it. Yeah, and
He
Joe
has
said
been
X.
dethroned. Yeah.
And Joe said excellent and very cool. Jason, thank you. I used to work in the film stuff, industry stuff, so I can use my experience to my own projects if I want to.
No. See, you even
Um,
made Vor sad, Chase.
Yeah.
Shame on you, man. Shame on you.
Hunter said messing around with drawing paper apps. Oh, cool.
And
Well,
there's
why
a
are you
Vor in
sad,
the
man?
house.
Why are you sad, man? You want the full version of the real Acolytes?
No,
You want the
man.
TV
He
show?
doesn't. Don't try to torture the poor man with that. What the hell?
But yeah.
Gosh.
I've never talked with Vor voice to voice. Only
Oh
when
yeah, I
he's
guess you.
in chat. One of these days, I hope to be able to talk with him.
I think you were in channel with him before when we were playing
I
some games,
was?
Baron. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
When we were
yeah.
playing Vermintide 2, he would hop into.
Oh, he did. Oh, my
Yeah,
apologies.
dude, it's all right.
My
It's all right.
apologies. My apologies.
You
Vor.
might have
My
watched the shit show of it, but you haven't seen my edit, and it's completely different than a goddamn show. That's
Oh,
why I changed a lot of stuff in it to make
Sorry,
it.
Vor. I'm old.
Yeah.
My
I
brain
wanted
is-
I wanted to make something cool out of it. It's like no matter what shit is out there, there's always a way to do something with certain stuff. And I've done it before. And I had my versions of the sequels. I don't have them anymore because then I can't download them anymore because it's all gone, but I'm re-editing all of that and
Do you
I
see
will
that?
see
He's my friend.
yeah,
He's my
yes.
friend. Yay!
But I know I probably had them somewhere, but I was never too happy with them. And I want to redo them at some point and do something cool with them again too, just for the fun of it. And the fun stuff about just messing around with stuff like this is the experience, the learning experience, and when I finally can go to finally make my own stuff and the company can finally go and make our own stuff, it's going to be easier. So it's all about the learning experience too, that really makes it a lot more fun, and if that makes sense, if you know what I mean, it just makes it more fun. Hunter said, I don't have a tablet or a pen, but I think I'm too shabby using my phone.
I don't think I'm too shabby using my phone.
I'm horrible with doing anything on the
Yeah.
phone. My fingers are too big.
I was about to say it's the fat thumbs.
Oh, in fact,
That's why I do voice to text on my phone because I ain't typing nothing.
Listen to this guy. Here we go.
And Phil
again.
McCracken said, 540 Studio, have you heard of a group called #EpicFailure, a group of guys who fail in a lot of ways and goes failure where no one fairy has gone before?
Of course he does,
Uh,
Phil, because you constantly talk about it.
Yes.
You're like a parrot.
That's
You
right.
can only say a
Yes.
couple things, and you just keep on saying those
That's
couple
right.
things all the time.
I don't know if I should
Until-
say this out loud. Ooh.
Oh man.
Right in the chat then.
Well, I was gonna say him. Well, Hunty's here, so Hunty, Henry Cavill got cast for the Voltron live action film on Amazon.
I do have that article if you want to talk
Oh,
about
my.
it, Chase.
Really?
Yeah,
There we go.
it started popping up today.
Send
Let's
it,
make
send it.
Hunty happy, I'd say.
Yeah, we're doing this for you, Hunty. We're gonna make you happy, Hunty.
I'm putting it in the private chat.
And of course, Highlander. The Highlander's coming in 2025. Finally,
Yeah.
I'm hesitantly optimistic on that one.
So we will do this. Okay. We will add this, even though it's not on our. But we're gonna make Hunty happy. Spread it. Don't spread your legs, Hunty, when we talk about this.
Whoa.
Voltron live.
I normally don't do jokes like that anymore, but once in a while it's fine. Once in a while, don't do it too often.
Happy
Not too
Hunty, happy stream.
So yeah, let's go to articles now. I almost said let's get into this, but it does not sound right with the context that we just Henry Cavill to star in Voltron for Amazon. Okay. Rawson Marshall Thunber, is that how you pronounce the goddamn name? The filmmaker Ferber. The filmmaker behind the Netflix hit Red Notice. I'm not too familiar with Red Notice. Are you guys?
Oh, that is okay. Gal Gadot, The Rock, and what's his name? Deadpool.
No,
in a movie.
Oh, Ryan
Reynolds. Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Is it a good movie? Anyone seen it?
I have not seen it. International crime Interpol agent attempts to hunt down and capture the world's most wanted art thief. No, it's
okay.
It's Dwayne Johnson being Dwayne Johnson. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Do you expect something else? Both of them are going to play themselves.
Wait,
Gal
are we
Gadot
talking?
looking like Gal Gadot. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that was a movie that came out a few years ago? Yeah.
2021.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So he said, how do you pronounce the shitty name? How do you pronounce your goddamn name again?
Just say Vor. It's fine.
Vor. I'm just gonna say Vor.
Be careful. That means certain things on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Does it? Oh, for freak's sakes.
Nom. Yeah.
So we'll call
V.
Why do I
I'm just
even
gonna call
know
you
that?
V.
just call him V.
I'm gonna call you
Oh,
V from
V.
V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta.
Oh
Then.
my gosh.
I was thinking about V from the miniseries back in '84. He's one of the visitors.
I'm just gonna call him V. So Henry's going to be Voltron because he can be that awesome. Yeah, it was a 50-50 okay movie. Okay, maybe I will check it out. The Rock being The Rock, Ryan being Ryan, we know what to expect. And Hunt is here. Hunty, hope you're happy. We're talking about your man crush. But the filmmaker behind is directing the live action adaptation, which will shoot this fall in Australia. Henry Cavill, the Superman actor, I miss him as Superman. I would love to see him back as Superman. And star of The Witcher. I wish they made The Witcher a lot
The
better
only good
than
thing
what they
about
did.
The Witcher was Geralt, was him.
Yes, it was him. He was the best part. And I wish they did the proper writing, and proper respect for him, and because he's awesome in it. He's a good actor and cares about the lore. Has come aboard to top line in the live action feature based on a mecha anime that Rawson Marshall Thunber is directing. The actors joins Daniel Quinn Toy, the newcomer who impressed the studio, and the director with his West End work with opposite side Tom Holland in leading the roll call. Voltron is based on a Japanese sci-fi series, Beast King. Yes, it is. Go Lion and Kigu Kantai Dai Ruger. I know my goddamn pronunciation is terrible, but you just have to live with it. I'm Norwegian. I'm Norwegian, so yeah, of course. And again, Japanese, Japanese shows sometimes have hard words, hard names sometimes.
Really?
Well,
Is
use
that
Really?
Google
Life?
pronunciation. Google
Tell me about it.
pronunciation will help you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot
it
of times when
will.
I'm gonna, because I
Yeah,
like to say the names, on Japanese, and when I try to tell them to people, I can't,
that's
I have hard times, pronouncing it. I'm like, oh
well.
goddamn.
Same,
Just
but
use
I keep going with it
just
as you
Yeah,
should.
I just keep
you
going
can
with
do
it too.
that, or just use Google pronunciation. It'll help you a lot. It'll tell you how to pronounce the name.
Sometimes not.
Yeah, you just have to find the right link.
But XV World Events edited and dubbed the series and as a syndicated show, naming it Voltron Defender of the Universe, which ran in the mid 1980s. The premise centered on five young pilots in a battalion named the Robot Lions. Yeah, I remember that show. Which are vehicles that join together to form a mecha robot known as Voltron. And Japan loves mecha. Just so people know out there, they
Oh yeah.
love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh
Don't we
yeah,
all?
dude. Of course, man.
Yeah.
Of course. Which is
The
cool. I
plot.
mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. The plot details for a new version is unclear. Thumber wrote the script with Ellen Shanman. I don't know who that is. Don't remember the name. Producing are Todd Lieberman through Hidden Pictures, World Events Productions, Bob Koplar, Thumber, Hobby Films, and David Hopperman. Cavill appeared in two thrillers this year. Matthew, yeah, the Argyle movie. I
Mhm.
have not seen it, to be honest.
Yeah,
wonder
I
who
heard a lot of
My
mixed things
sister
about it,
liked
but I
it,
don't know.
and yeah,
I don't
you.
know.
that's all you need to know. My
The whole
sister
thing
liked it.
is just because we have quality actors in something doesn't mean people are going to like it very much. So.
Facts, facts. That is true. And the Ministry of Ungentle Manly Warfare. That's a great movie. If you haven't seen that movie, that's a great goddamn movie, and great action and funny. Love that movie. It's a great one. He also had an audience sharing cameo in this summer's Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, that was fun. He was a fun cameo. I recognized him by just watching his back. You recognized him at once. He was like, "That is him." The muscular actor reunited with Ritchie for action thriller in The Grey, which will also star Jake Gyllenhaal and Isa Gonzalez, and due to star in Chad Stahelski's long in the works reboot of Highlander. Uh, I hope the Highlander movie is gonna be good or decent at least. I really hope so. It is Henry's in it, so I hope it's gonna be good for his sake. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
Uh,
another remake, so
which shoots next year. He's also producing a take on the Warhammer for 40,000 franchise, across all Amazon MGM Studios productions. Yeah. No, dude.
Whoops.
Okay, I should not have said it that way. Okay. Okay.
Oh my.
But no, what do you guys think? I think this if the writer is good and they know how to write and do it proper,
just if they follow the formula like they did with One Piece, I think things can be a success. I don't think it's a hard one to figure out. I mean, even people with
yeah,
Last Airbender and stuff. I know you liked it a lot, but it's so mixed feelings. I just feel like you get
exactly.
right, Tim.
If they
Also,
can,
No.
if they can
Oh.
stick close to the source material. I'm not just talking about the Americanized version of Voltron.
Exactly.
But also go
Right.
back to
Yeah.
the Go Lion source.
Right.
Exactly, and that's also what I want to say. For example, we also, unfortunately, the movie will not go out on cinema, and it's already out on digital. But that is a new Hellboy movie, and again, people have to remember that the original writer for Hellboy is on the movie. He was there writing the movie, watching over the movie. I saw the movie. It wasn't terrible as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be terrible, but it was just a terrible trailer. The movie itself was really good. Um, it respected the source material because, again, the original creator of Hellboy was on the project. and they had everything with the Crooked Man. Everything is accurate. It's like so accurate to the comic itself and the storyline. They also added in a little filler storyline and made it fit into the movie. So yeah, you just
Oh,
need
this
to
is
do.
hey Tim. This is to help you out, man.
Hate it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was to help you there.
Bring a lot of clips to the table, as I said.
Mhm.
Oh man.
But I agree. As long as you just respect the source material and do something good with it.
Yeah, you can do one
You-
or two things. You can not do it, or you can do it
It's like
properly. Yeah,
yeah,
Mhm.
it's like I said, you can re-envision it to a certain point, but you also have to respect the source material at the same time. And one good example of that was The Crow, that had a lot of accurate stuff in it too, and same time was a little different to, for a new audience. You can do that kind of stuff. You just need to do it the right way.
You can, and
well,
say what you will about the live action Transformers films. At least
yeah.
we know they can do pretty good CGI when it comes to giant freaking robots fighting.
Well, I mean, they actually got original voice casts from the
Yeah,
generation, one.
Yeah,
So
and
exactly.
okay, this is just me, guys. If they can get Peter Cullen to come back and do the narration again for the
sure.
Voltron
Ooh,
movie,
Yes,
ooh.
that's right. I know he was great.
That-
Yes.
That's his
Mhm.
one wish. The
So,
genie comes. There is the wish, folks. There's the first one gone.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
the problem is that Amazon and just like Netflix, it's like up and down, up and down. It's like, oh, here's One Piece, made a lot of fans happy. Oh, here's
Sometimes,
Last
V.
Airbender.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. It's
Sometimes.
so up and down with Amazon. Oh, here's Invincible, and here's something else, and this made a lot of fans happy. Here's Arcane, but what's going to happen with the second season? Like, we
You
don't know.
hush. You
Yeah,
yes,
that's
no,
right.
it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be beautiful. It's going to be glorious.
If it is, we'll talk about it, Kilted. So don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
and I know what Kilt is super excited for. I know what he's super Arcane. I just
Yes,
want to
a little
mention that
bit,
because
just a little bit, very much so. Yes.
Yeah, and
November
Frosting
9th.
said, original
month.
writer, author on a project doesn't guarantee. No, but a lot of times when it
True.
comes to strong
No,
stuff,
Frost is right. That is a
yeah,
fair point.
sometimes it
Yeah.
is, sometimes it isn't. It
Mhm.
really depends, and it also depends on how the author, the writer is, how much they really care about their own project. And that's why I'm really happy with the One Piece, because you saw how much he would not let them screw over his stuff. He watched
Yes.
over it like a baby, and the same happened with Hellboy. And I know a lot of people will not give it a chance, and that's really sad, because this is actually one of the few Hellboy movies that actually is super more close to the source material, and the
Well, you
writer,
know
he
why
really
this
cares about his
happens,
work.
Jace. It's the same thing with the Crow. It's just the way things are first presented. Look at what happened with Transformers. It's just the same thing. You see that trailer and you're like, "What are you guys doing?" But that's a turnoff from people, especially the fan base.
Well,
Then the
the thing
second
is,
trailer may look better, but it's like you guys already started going in the wrong direction with the first trailer. You're not doing a good job selling people
And then
enough.
the
but
movie
the
comes
thing
out
is,
and it's fantastic.
yeah. In
yeah,
fact,
it is.
that's
It is a great movie, and yeah, I know Baron and Cash are probably tired of hearing me
I don't
say
care.
it, but
I'm not. I'm not. Transformers One was fantastic. I thought they did a great job, and all the garbage, dumb moronic
I'm gonna
jokes
say
were in the first
something.
trailer. That
I'm
was it.
I,
That was
I-
fun.
I'm actually excited to watch it because of Comic Relief Crusader. He got me really into the
Mhm.
Transformers world, so I'm actually excited to watch
I'm
it when it's out.
shocked.
Yeah,
I mean,
uh,
I'm shocked that
but
he
I'm
would
just
do
gonna say
that.
that I'm not gonna watch it in cinema in Norway because it's dubbed in Norwegian, and I don't want to watch it in Norwegian, and they only show it in Norwegian where I live.
Mm.
yeah, I mean,
But
one of the things I loved about the story was the fact that it was a different take that did add some elements of G1 and other iterations of
Mhm.
Transformers, but also as you're watching, trying to catch how many characters you can spot.
That was fun.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to watch it, but we are gonna get into another article here for today. We have a couple of ones.
oh,
And
before we start that about the Transformers one, I've been noticing articles upon articles till basically like the old day, the word of mouth thing, telling people go see it.
Yes.
And
Oh,
that's
man.
a good
I
sign to
can't
see.
say it enough.
Yeah.
Like,
And of course, I need to say hail
enough
to
either.
you, Tim. Sorry that I didn't acknowledge you a little earlier. Hail to you. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. And
Great,
hey,
man.
look at that.
Awesome.
I just
Thank
stepped to your
you.
channel.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Always good to see you
Okay.
in all our channels there,
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
Tell
to
me
Doing
how
see
well,
you.
man.
see to
Yeah.
I
So
think
you're a friend,
Okay.
man.
if I don't remember wrong, I think I muted him one time with an accent on a channel.
Shame on
It
you,
was
sir.
you, Tim, right? When it was raining
Shame
a
on
lot.
you. This
Yeah,
guy, man.
but
These
it was
Norwegians,
raining a lot.
dude.
Dude, it was
Can't take 'em
raining a
anywhere.
lot, and I was on my phone, and it was raining a lot. I'm like, oh shit. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to
Can't
figure out
take
how
these
to
Norwegians
unmute him.
anywhere, Baron. I swear.
Yeah,
Man.
that was
I
my
know.
fault because it was raining, but I did fix it. I did fix it. I
But
figured out how to
you
fix it.
know,
But goddamn,
Tim
I
is
felt so
helping
bad.
me.
And
Tim is helping me stay ahead of you, Cash. That's all I care.
He's thinking
What? How am I a jerk?
it's
What did I do?
Yeah, what did he do?
Tim,
I'm innocent this
you
time.
know this about Baird.
Baron he's a bigger jerk than Mike and we promise you, Tim.
I can be
I'm a
big,
pretty big jerk,
jerk,
man.
but because of the
Yes.
show, I'm not as big of a jerk on the show anymore. But I can be a jerk in privately. So
He's
Yes,
like,
you
yeah, I
are.
can do it in privately, man.
yeah, I do it
Don't
privately
touch
now.
me."
You know, I'm a jerk privately. You know, I'm a super
Ah,
mean and a
the jerk.
super jerk. But we are gonna get to, of course, some seriousness.
Yes.
And that is we're gonna talk about
I know.
Joker.
I know you were. I know the scar is.
So we're gonna talk about Joker, the game musical, as I like to call it. YouTube, I'm bisexual. Just so you remember, I can use the
Oh
term
my!
gay.
It doesn't
He's
matter,
protected.
dude. He's
He's
Yeah,
protected.
this stream is
Doesn't
protected. I
matter.
have the power. Just don't know. I
Oh,
need to because
boy.
I have the power. I have the
Talking about
you
his
know.
shield again.
Greatest.
Yeah,
And Baron
I'm a
should too.
shield. I'm a shield here.
The
So
greatest
can use the word.
superhero film
Baron,
this
it
year.
doesn't matter if you said it, man. There's been straight
Hey,
people who have
Cash,
said this.
you're the only reason I used that term today.
I know. It doesn't matter. You don't need to worry about a shield, man. This movie sucked.
It did. So Joker, the game musical. Failure highlights sexist double standard in comic book movies.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, no,
Oh my.
Hate it.
Exactly. And what I also want to say about this movie, yes, it sucked hardcore. If you really, really enjoy the first movie, this movie is a big
It-
fuck you.
It
uh,
is.
to the
It really
fans.
is. It's insulting to it's insulting to Joker. It's insulting
Yes.
to Harley Quinn.
Oh, yes.
The only good thing that I found about this was Brendan Gleeson, who plays the guard. He had some good lines. That's it.
Yes, there were a couple lines that he could do, and it's like I said to you, it was just a couple of minutes. It was like okay in the beginning, like okay, it's not too horrible. It's like whatever, it's not amazing, but it's like okay, you know, it's a beginning. It can go somewhere, right? And then it just falls apart everywhere. And again, Harley Quinn is just Harley in name. That's it. It's not Harley Quinn at all. And of course it's not Joker. And remember, he talked about he based this on Donald Trump, basically. You know,
Well, he said something about that, but look,
Yeah.
when you watch the movie, you don't get that feeling.
no,
So,
but he did. He did. You know,
uh,
his view,
I
he did.
Dude, when they say
Uh,
these things, I just
yeah, exactly.
it's just weird, man. It would be saying like something about some Democrat. It just doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
It's like I say, it's only
Terms
one
of
movie when it
possession.
comes to this. It's only one movie. And again, a lot of people had different opinions on the first movie, how they view it. But for me and a lot of other people, a lot of us, we viewed it. You know, this was a perfect, setup for a Joker
Yeah, well,
himself.
it
He
set up
took
the
the
whole thing
persona.
because Joker
Yeah.
would definitely have some mental health issues, so it makes sense. It
And
makes sense
also,
that
it
Joaquin
it, it
Phoenix
made
got
something why you would
hurt.
hate the
Right.
Waynes. You know, all this. You had so many
Yes.
things that it set up
Yes.
that was just
Yes.
well done in that
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
And in the end, even by the producer, the creator himself, Phillips, he kind of confirmed it a while back. In the end, it is Joker. We also saw the script of the movie, it also ends with him being the Joker. He ends being the Joker. He is the
Yes.
Joker in
Right.
that movie. And and again, you had to, he doesn't have any backstory. He doesn't know who he is and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
And it all made sense. You know, they respected the source material there because nobody knows who Joker is.
Yeah, because
Only Batman
he
knows.
wants to be a clown. He wants yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Batman is the only one who
Everything
knows
that
because he
fit
saved
him
on the
being a
God throne.
sociopath and what happens, the whole situation with his mother, like it
Yeah.
all fits. But in
It all
this
fits.
movie, they just took a wrecking ball and said, "Screw you all.
Yeah.
We're gonna go in this direction."
And what they did with mental health in this movie was basically disrespect
Of
to mental health.
course, it was.
That was, you know,
Absolutely. Well, you know, and I'll be talking about this another day, but the whole thing is like
so there is little
Harley
spoilers
could
when we
have
talk.
been
So if you don't want to
right.
hear the spoilers, you know,
Yeah,
don't
Harley could
come
have
back.
been an actual therapist, like for the Joker and how they connected it, and it still would have
Yeah.
worked in this movie. But nope. We had to change it. We have to
And then we
disrespect
had that
Harley.
goddamn awkward sex scene between them. God damn it! Like
Yeah,
that
it
was
was awkward. It
that
really
was awkward, man. It was so stupid.
Were they honking like clown noses while they were doing that? The clown,
No,
see the whole thing.
no.
That would improve the movie.
If they did that, I would have actually laughed. That would have been fucked up. But that is what you expect with the Joker. Like, it's gonna be a little fucked up with certain parts, but they made him into a hardcore simp in this movie. A hardcore simp who cannot
What did
live.
he say? What did
Oh
he say?
God!
Simping is such a major turnoff to women.
Exactly.
You
I
had to
love-
you had to plant the
Yep.
seed, didn't you,
Oh
James?
man.
Didn't you?
but it is the facts. They made Arthur, aka the Joker, into a goddamn simp who can't live without Harley at all, and because he loses her, his whole world basically falls apart. He
Yes.
needs her, and if you know about the lore with Joker and Harley, that's not how it goes. He's a violent, evil man who is not really nice to Harley, to say it like that, Um, and they also confirmed, Todd Phillips did confirm that this version of Joker, aka Arthur Flick, is bisexual. He had to confirm that. That was important.
Really? I didn't.
Oh,
I
it's
didn't
good.
Yeah.
get that feeling at
Yeah.
all. Really?
No,
You don't
he
get
did
that
that.
feeling in this movie.
We did have that one gay kiss, but that was I didn't
Oh
look at that as
yeah, that was like they said. Oh, you guys, that was so weird and out of place. I was
yeah,
like,
that
what
was
is
so
this?
out of
And I
place.
guess the guards
Yeah.
wanted. It's like, oh, you're a romantic, and it was like, what? Did he just say that?
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Kind
Yeah,
of try to
Yeah.
gash a little bit. I heard.
It just
yeah,
it was so
and
out there. Why would Joker ever do something like? It
but
doesn't.
again, Todd Phillips said it's not the Joker. It's not a Joker. He said no.
It's a
not the real
joke.
Joker.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
joke.
joke.
That's the real-
That's a joke. The joke of the movie is that's not a Joker. That's a joke.
I think he did
Um,
all that stuff intentionally in the movie so it would fail, because there's all kinds of reports coming out saying that he was unwilling to work with the studio.
Yeah, something about James
didn't
Gunn
take
I
any
was reading the
studio-
other day. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Go ahead.
studio,
Yeah, it's a
no,
lot, man.
no screenings, no nothing, and
Yes. Yeah, I heard
everything.
That.
He didn't want to do it, but they gave him lots and lots of money, which is probably where most of the $200 million budget went. So I really
Could've-
do genuinely think, not necessarily an FU to the fans, but an FU to the studio that solidifies, like, I did not want to do this, but you forced me to, so eat a dick.
But still not
Sorry.
a great way to do it if you're gonna be a
No,
professional,
yeah,
man. It's really not. For a person who's worked in this
I didn't say it
industry
was
and stuff like
professional, I just
that,
said
it
I'm
makes me really
intentional.
goddamn angry when I hear people do it. If he did that, well, then he lost all my goddamn respect. Even if if you want to say F you to the company, yeah, well, there's a lot of people out there. You're making this move for a lot of people who likes the Joker, who loves DC. You're thinking about the people who are gonna watch it. Are you thinking about the people who are fans of these universes? No, you're putting your own agenda to say fuck you to someone else. It's not a great way to do it. It's not okay.
Yeah, definitely not professional. If my theory
Yeah,
is
if
correct,
that is true. If that is true, that's not professional, and well, then you have no respect from me.
Well, it's
Okay.
just looking at Joaquin Phoenix. It's like, dude, you did movies like Walk the Line. You were You were actually an important character in Gladiator. I mean, what is this, man?
Yeah.
Like, are you proud of this? And I would say that to her. I would say that to Lady Gaga too. It's like there's been some good things you've been in. You were in Gucci, and she had a good role in that. but there's other stuff she hasn't been in like this that just was like, but she had a good role in Gucci, and that's based on a true story. So it's kind of like, did you guys
She can
actually
act. She can
care?
act if she
Yes, of course. But
and again, I will say the musical stuff was not the worst thing. It did not fit in the movie.
no,
It's
the
not
music, it was so out of place. The
it's
musical, like,
so out of place.
yeah,
It's
it was.
like I said on another stream,
Yes.
the music they had in the movie could have been a soundtrack, to an album. They could have made a soundtrack album for the movie, right? Perfect thing to do, just a soundtrack with them singing as their characters. Okay, a cool idea. Not many people do that anymore, Could have done something like that, but no, of course not. But it's really out of place, and of course I'm gonna say it like that, aka it's a spoiler. So just tolerate a spoiler here.
Spoil alert! Spoil alert! Go away for a
He
few seconds.
gets I don't use the term normally on this channel anymore, but I'm gonna say it once, and that because I hate seeing stuff like that, especially with certain characters when they're gonna destroy legendary characters. The
Racist.
guards in Arkham rapes him.
Hmm.
It's heavily implied. Heavily, massively heavily implied.
We understand he was raped.
Oh no,
We understand it.
Oh yeah, in that one scene,
there's no
Yeah,
that
we
was just.
understood
If
it
anything, that
because
was
it
just
took off his pants, and
right.
I
Well,
know
that was
filmmaking,
just.
yeah.
If anything, that was just a scene. I feel humiliation. They were just
Yeah.
humiliating him, especially when he was
Well,
going out and saying there, he's basically the king of the world, and he's this. They did not like that one bit, especially Brendan
well,
Gleeson's the guard that he played.
well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, part of
no,
humiliation is
Right. Exactly.
doing
Exactly. Yeah.
and it's places
indominance.
like that. Yes, and raping is unfortunately one thing people do,
And there goes
and
the video. Sorry.
but since that was implied and didn't show it, but implied, and he comes back with his pants off and stuff like that. So
Yeah, he stripped him
implied,
of all his
implied.
clothes. It's more of the way he was just dragged back to his cell and just left there as if just completely
It looked like a
just
rape victim
destroyed.
at
Yeah,
that scene.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to be careful
And
with my words, Jace.
sorry, it's the only times we're gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna mention, talk much more about, but yeah, that happened in the
Yeah.
movie, and I did not appreciate that either.
It was
And
unnecessary. I mean,
it wasn't
it was
necessary at all.
strictly
If
to
they wanted to if you
tear
wanted to
down other
humiliate him,
players'
you could have done it in another way,
Mhm.
you know.
But it's-
And again, if this was Joker, he would have killed them easy.
Oh yeah.
He would have killed them easy. Come on. You took everything away from the first movie and destroyed it. You destroyed every little single thing what we loved about the first movie. And what hurts the
love-
most is that I will probably never watch the first movie ever again. That's how much this movie destroyed it for
Yeah,
me.
I don't care about the first movie anymore because it's like they didn't
neither.
need the sequel, and it's
No, they
just
did
this
not
is
need a
another
sequel.
example of DC. And even like Marvel, Disney recently like gave people Deadpool, Wolverine. It's like, oh wow, there's a lot to like about this movie. But now you watch this Joker film, it's like, here we go again, man. People, I really believe with a film like this, people should be ashamed of themselves, man. They really should.
Yeah,
Todd Phillips should be
and
ashamed. Lady Gaga should be
exactly.
ashamed. Joaquin Phoenix should be ashamed of this
And
movie.
the ending of this
they're actors. I mean, can you really
They
blame
are.
them
I
for
know.
that?
they're
Well,
paid
they're getting
liars,
paid. They got
professional
paid.
liars.
I know.
gonna say,
Adult pretenders.
the thing is, they're not going to be ashamed. They got their
No.
money.
That's
Yeah.
right. They got their money.
Yeah.
And a lot of some of the criticism of the movie itself is strictly the story, the pacing, and how they treated the Joker. I've heard quite a few compliments on Gaga's performance and Joaquin Phoenix's performance, like actually putting in the effort instead of just phoning it in.
Right.
It's just the problem is the story that was told
Yes.
is
Yes,
the major
it's the
problem.
story.
Exactly.
Nothing against Joaquin Phoenix or Lady
No,
Gaga or the
no,
actors of the
No,
guard.
we know Phoenix
Yeah.
can act, and he can play a really damn good Joker too, man. He can
Yeah,
play
I
a
mean,
good Joker.
I wouldn't put any of the onus on the actors though.
Yeah, maybe not, but it's just I just feel like everybody should be ashamed of this movie, man, because it's so bad. It's like they just literally
director, yeah.
insulted Joker. Yeah, they
Yeah.
insulted
You
Joker. Like,
insulted one of the
they
biggest
insulted
villains.
Harley, man. Like this is the first time I've really seen Harley insulted. It wasn't even Birds of Prey. It
I
wasn't
was about to say,
bad.
did you not
This
watch
was
Birds
bad.
of Prey?
Birds of Prey was bad, but this was worse, man.
This was a
worse.
lot worse.
Mhm.
At least Margaret could act more like
Yeah,
Harley in that movie
she was
than
still
this.
Harley. Yeah, she
Yes,
was still
acted more
Harley,
like
even though
Harley
I
than
didn't like
this,
the story a lot. I didn't like a
Hey,
lot
she
of the
was still a
story.
psychiatrist.
Right,
She
the
her
animated
origin was a
series can only get
psychiatrist.
Harley.
That's right. Mhm.
Batman the animated series.
And
Yes.
and before we get
So-
read more of this too, the ending of the movie was terrible. That ending.
Yeah, it was stupid. You didn't
Uh,
care, man. At that point, you're like, "Oh, that's
no.
the ending."
Yeah.
Joke. Well,
Yeah.
It's just
so-
like this. And
Wanna
what
know how
happens?
stars-
Spoiler to people before we get into article. His character dies. He gets killed off in the end of the movie. He gave up his life, and then he gets stabbed by another person who carves in the scars on his face.
Yeah.
At
Well,
the
the
end.
director killed him way earlier in the movie, though.
In a way, he did,
Yeah. But I'm just- the
know-
Joker, he died really long in the movie before the
since
ending. But
we're-
Arthur Fleck himself died in the end.
Since we're spoiling this, it was just also weird where Harley looks at Arthur Fleck and is like, "Oh, yeah, you're not the Joker anymore. I don't care about you." And it's like, "Oh, for freak's sakes, really?"
It was so stupid.
It really is a bad movie.
It really is, man.
If you like the Joker, I well, you know what?
I
People
said
can
it.
do what
I
they
said.
want,
I said it made the Marvels looks like a masterpiece, and I don't like that movie.
Oh, wow.
But it did worse, basically, in that movie. So, so it kind of says
I'd
a
like
lot.
to compare between it and the Expendables 4. Which movie is worse?
What did you
I
say?
haven't.
What did you say?
Expendables 4? Because I thought that was pretty bad.
Oh, or we can compare this to
Comparing
the
these two
Matrix
movies.
4.
Oh, that I will say Expendables 4 was a lot better than this crap. At least it had action scenes that was epic, cool. They had actors that I liked. I'm not too fond of the movie. It's not like super good, but they had a lot of other actors that I enjoyed watching there that I think are great actors and cool action scenes. So at least it was a lot better than this. Well, for me at least, if that's what you were asking, Mike.
Pretty much.
So, and before we get more into this, I think the movie was a fuck you to Warren Bro. Yes, and again, really unprofessional, and not okay if you did that. That's not how you do it. That's not what you're gonna do. A person like me who's also been in that kind of business and edited movies and other stuff, I do not appreciate unprofessionalism like that. That is one thing that will always piss me off a lot. If you're gonna work in this goddamn business, be professional.
Well, Todd Phillips has done some nice work before. He was involved, of course, Mike, with Old School, and I think Kilted might have seen Old School. I'm not sure if Jace did, and I know Baron hasn't, but.
No,
Yeah, but
no
by
sequel
now
was
it would
needed.
seem like Todd Phillips is just full of himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, and no, I agree. No sequel should have been made. This movie should have just been one movie,
Just
one movie, nothing more. It ended perfectly. It made you think. It was well written, well done. Let it end there. I like the original, one of the older original ideas that was talked about a long time ago. Like, instead of having sequels, they're gonna, make like an origin story for a lot of villains. Instead, I'm like, okay, I'll be fine with that as long as they do proper writing and stuff. Sure, but we didn't need a sequel. We didn't need to. So, on October 6th, the Sunday after Joker, the gay musical opened in theaters. The movie was looking at a terrible box office weekend, and even worse audience reaction. Yes, a lot of people did not like that movie at all. And to everybody out there who says that we are trashing the movie because of Lady Gaga and we are sexist because of that, no, that's not
People
the
saying that?
reason. Yes. Yes.
Paint chip eating, window licking, room temperature IQ individuals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are going
Yeah.
around saying we don't like Lady Gaga
no,
and we didn't
it's
like the musicals.
no, it's her
That
character. It doesn't make sense to Harley and the way she treats Joker in this movie. It doesn't make sense to the story.
at times she was more Joker than he ever was in this movie.
It's stupid,
Mhm.
man. It's just, and then the musical stuff was just. There's a lot of
Out of
problems
place.
with this film.
It's
A
like
lot of problems.
they work well together when they sing. I'm not gonna deny that
Yeah,
they're a
yeah, yeah.
good
No,
team,
it's
but
yeah. Of course they
it
can
just doesn't
sing.
work.
Yeah, it just doesn't work where it is. Where there's stuff like Chicago or even Dreamgirls, like the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
they put it in, it makes
yeah, it just
sense. But
doesn't
with
work.
this, no, it doesn't work. Singing the rain, things like that.
Yep. So, the
Smooth.
Hollywood Reporter posted a story about how director Francis Ford Coppola liked the Joker sequel. And the caption on Hollywood's Reporter's X account, "Hang in there," thought Phillips. Many called out the Hollywood Reporter for framing this story, particularly in response to how they covered the box office fallout to the Marvels in 2023. Particularly with the headline "Why Marvel's Director Nia Da Costa Bailed on the Cast and Crew Screening." The article seemed to be put all of the blame for the Marvels flopping on Da Costa. Well, the Marvels was just a horrible movie. That's just it was basically the premise of that parody of Star Wars or something again. Spaceballs? No, right? Spaceballs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Spaceballs
yeah,
Spaceballs is
yeah.
a
is
parody of
definitely
Spaceballs.
a
Star
parody.
Wars.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Yeah,
see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Mine.
Now let's
exactly.
see how well
They
you
use basically the same
handle it.
Handle
premise,
it. That's right.
and again, I will say it again like this. The girl who plays Miss Marvel, the young girl, she's a great actress. She is. She's not bad. She's still young, and she's fine. And we have nothing against her or anything. That's not why we didn't like the Marvels. It was just a terrible goddamn movie too. It was just terrible and
I never
boring.
watched it, man. I couldn't put myself through that. Just
But at
couldn't.
least it had fight scenes that made it more entertaining than this movie. And that, yeah.
I thought
Um,
you were into singing and dancing musical stuff there, Chase.
I like musicals, but not like
Yeah,
this.
not like this. Well, what is the
Um,
one coming out? You said the Marvels. Oh, Thunderbolt or whatever it's called. I
yeah,
don't.
Thunderbolts.
I saw the
Um,
preview for that, and I said, "Why am I supposed to care?" Because it, came on before the Joker films.
yeah, for me, I can get into
The
that after
preview.
this article.
Okay.
Flopping on the Costa and accused for misrepresenting the situation. It was a terrible movie. This certainly highlighted how white male directors are treated kinder than women of color. Well, of course, we're gonna go there with stuff, right?
Gaslighting once
Mm,
again.
yes. Still, it also spoke to other case of how female-centric superhero movies are treated far more harshly than male-led ones. No, if you only make a good or decent movie about a female superhero, that would be okay. And we have a lot of other movies with females that not quote unquote superheroes, but they are heroes in their story.
Yeah.
Everything from Alien, Underworld, etc., etc., that I've mentioned before. And again, a lot of people do forget that a lot of us comic book fans, we love a lot of female characters in the comics.
Oh yeah, Power Girl.
Mm.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. While the Marvels was a box office disappointment, understandable why it was, it performed better on its opening weekend than Joker. So it did better than the Joker, though.
Honestly,
It had a higher budget than the Joker.
Yeah, that too. Headlines
well,
about the Marvels were much more doom and gloom. Everything was put on the shoulders. The Marvels, where Joker 2 was treated as one of the release and fallout of Joker 2 highlights a sexist double standard in how people talk about female-led superhero movies.
Nobody's talking about this fucking
No.
movie. Nobody's talking about Lady Gaga in this movie.
No.
Oh my lord.
We're talking about Joker himself, the character Joker, the man, the evil, the
I thought
villain.
this was Screen Rant for a second.
Same
Well,
here,
okay.
man. No, it's Movie Web. It's not
Movie
Screen
Web,
Rant.
probably owned by the same people. Copy paste.
Well, the
Probably
thing
they both
is,
use ChatGPT.
well, wasn't the Joker the lead character
Supposedly.
and not Harley? So how can you say blame about having a female lead? She wasn't the lead.
Because
It
you
was
gotta make a
She was
story
not
out
the
of
lead.
nothing.
She was not
Right,
much in
exactly.
the movie like that. She wasn't like super much in the movie.
well, right. Then what does it matter then? Right? What does it matter?
Yeah.
It's not about her.
It's not about her. This is all about the story he created for Joker 2 and how he destroyed the legacy of the Joker in this movie. That's what it's about. It's just, it's not about the women.
Yeah, and coming to bringing a film that the people who like the first one hopefully would feel that, hey, it matches her. Maybe it's even better. You know, if that's your goal,
Exactly.
you want to try to be better, right? Not
Yeah.
giving FUs to the studio that told you have to do it.
Yeah, and Mike, how do you feel so far?
I think he passed
Muted.
on.
Honestly,
There he is.
honestly, I don't know what to say when it comes to Hollywood anymore, because it seems like regardless of whether they put out a good product or 9 times out of 10 they don't put out a good product, they can't handle the criticism from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it comes from the cinematography, the directing, the acting, they can't handle any of the criticism, even when it comes to the story. And part of being an adult is taking criticism.
How
Yeah.
dare
Yeah, I
you.
know.
So, according to everything now, first we hear that we don't like the movie because of Lady Gaga, the musicals, and apparently we don't like female-centric superhero movies.
The speculation on what this movie was going to be was 10 times better, at least, than what this movie turned out to be. Most of the speculation, and my thought, I agreed with it, is that this could have been from Harley's perspective, from Lady Gaga's perspective. And the singing was happening in her head. And the number one problem that I can see, you had Lady Gaga in a movie that's supposed to be a musical, and she ain't singing?
Mm-hmm.
What? Whether you like this woman or not, she is a talented artist. She has a fantastic singing voice. She's a pianist. She's talented, and you wasted it.
That's a good point,
Like
dude.
this
Yeah.
could have been such a. This had the potential to be, a similar movie as the first one if they'd have done it, from the perspective of Harley, and she sees Joker, falls in love, and Arthur Fleck, and all this, and this romance is going on in her head. Much like the speculation of everything going on in Arthur Fleck's head in the first one.
Right, exactly.
And you wasted it. You wasted her time.
You could have done something like that instead. You could have.
But,
I mean, this lady did a duet with Tony Bennett, for crying out loud. So you know,
and
she's
with
Yes.
their duet
she
with
can
Elton
sing.
John.
These people can
Yeah.
sing. It's just I
Yeah.
just don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. It's like it's
Lady
just
Gaga's a
she
little
was good in A Star Is Born, right? Yeah, this is a 4th remake, whatever. Yeah, it is. I wish I was joking.
I know,
But,
I know.
yeah, it's just Lady Gaga just is a musical and all this stuff. It's just that's why I'm like, people should be ashamed of themselves. I get it that the actors got paid and stuff, but you should do work that you're actually proud of. Nobody should be proud of this that worked on this. Nobody.
Yeah, and she did really well in A Star Is Born, for example. That's a really great movie, and she did really well in that movie. It's a really sad movie too, but a really great one. Again, so we don't have much problem with her per se. It's her character and how it was executed.
Yes.
But she was not the main lead of the movie. It
No.
was Joker / Arthur Fleck who was the lead of this movie.
Yeah.
So they continue with one that is sadly as old as the genre itself. Long story short, when a male-led superhero movie like Morbius, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, or Joker, the game musical, flops, it's because of several factors. Like
Okay.
what? Like what factors?
Like they
They're
were
gonna
bad
tell.
movies. Okay.
Of course not.
They're not gonna tell us what and
No.
examples. Just
They
like
just have
Screen
to
Rant.
throw the word out. Yeah, they just have
Yeah,
to throw out something like that and keep on going. Hope you don't ask
yeah,
questions.
exactly. When female-led ones like the Marvels, Birds of Prey, and Madam Web flop, the blame is solely on whom the lead is. No.
Here, look,
It's the
this
blame
is
for Madam Web.
it's it. Look,
The
it's
blame
not.
for Madam Web was that it was a terrible movie, terrible
Yes.
acting, terrible story.
Yeah, it just
The
didn't.
blame for the Marvels was it was a terrible movie, terrible
Right.
pacing, terrible writing,
Yep.
terrible all around. Had
Here-
nothing to do
right.
with the. I mean, oh god.
Here's the first problem that they don't fix,
That we're
which
reading
is
an article from Movie World?
sell people. Yeah, right, exactly. Sell
Sorry.
people on the trailer. So you see a good trailer, you're like, okay. Now that doesn't always mean that the movie's going to be good, but it does help to see a good trailer and like, okay, once
It's the
again,
purpose.
right, exactly.
Yep.
And so once again, why don't you guys work harder on selling people on these female leads? Oh, they do this. They have relationships with this. How many times do we have to go through this? But they don't get it. They don't
Yep.
care enough. So that's why we get characters like the Forspoken character who becomes another stereotype. That's why we get characters like the Marvel stuff. That's why we even Miss Marvel could have been built more. She was actually built a little bit more in the
And
Marvel's
she
Avengers game.
and she was
Right?
an
Yeah, that's right.
Captain
That-
Marvel. She was an amazing character in the comics back in the day. She was a really cool
Oh,
character.
hell yeah. Hmm.
It's crazy to me. I mean, there's even the characters from the Witcher series that they didn't build up enough. It's like, no, this doesn't make sense. This woman is supposed to be drop dead gorgeous in a way that Geralt is dating, and it's like she's just more plain. Well, I guess that's fine, but you
Yeah.
need to build these characters, especially when they're already built in the comics or the novels or whatever. Build them up, and if you want to add to them, as we've talked about 1,000 times, and I guess we have to talk about it another 1,000 times until these companies
of
get it through
course.
their heads.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
of course, they bring up She-Hulk. And
Allah.
now, who is
Allah.
She-Hulk, guys? Right?
Go back, go
Oh,
back,
yeah?
Okay,
Yeah.
go back. Okay, pause. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm gonna learn how to speak now. So the
Okay.
Marvels. Okay, the Marvels was
Now
bad.
you
It
get
had,
your
nothing,
Mac back.
it had nothing to do with what's in between their legs. Okay, so the Marvels
Right.
was bad. She-Hulk was bad. Had nothing to do with what was between Tatiana
Her legs.
Maslany's legs.
Right.
It was just bad. The
Yes.
Marvels was bad. What else? What other examples are they trying to use to push their bullshit, provenly false narrative? Because the movies that they bring up, Aquaman, it was bad. Okay, well, Aquaman 2. They bring up Morbius, bad. It was raked across the coals. Had nothing to
Morbius
do
was
with
good.
Jared Leto. The new Wonder Woman 1984, raked across the coals. Had nothing to do with Gal Gadot. These movies, they don't have any proof. They're just saying shit, and they're going to say it over and over and over again with absolutely zero evidence that hopefully one day their gaslighting, strawmanning it will stick. And they have nothing.
I
because there's
agree
one
with you
video
a
after
lot
another,
other
one
than
review after
Morbius.
another.
Other than
I haven't
Morbius,
I haven't
I
seen
agree
it
with
yet,
you.
so
That's,
I
that's
can't.
fine.
I
That's
can't
fine. You
make
have a taste in bad movies. It's okay.
And
Oh,
so do you,
I like
Ed.
bad movies. I
You
like
guys-
bad movies as well. I thought Barbie was hilarious. I brought it up before you did.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
know.
fair.
I know.
Um,
I know.
it was
But
hilarious.
other
But
than that, you know, I
they
do
have
agree
no
with you.
proof. It's just constantly throwing
Yes.
the same tired old, like 10-year-old script. This is a 10-year-old script that they keep pushing over and over and over again, and they're using the same terminology, and it just doesn't work because their words are meaningless.
Yes.
Yep. No, if they just look at the blueprints back in the day of movies, for example, well, we would have we would have a lot of great movies that has females in it.
Yes.
Just follow
You're
the
supposed to
blueprints.
like it because women, and if you criticize it, it means you don't like women. It's like, no, we don't
Right,
like
that's
garbage
And how does
movies.
that hang with the
That's-
Joker? We don't like the Joker because
No.
female stuff. Like what's?
Yeah. Well,
you
just
talk
like
about
when you tell me there's people in real life, Jace, that want to actually relate to the Joker, and you're like, no,
Yes,
no,
there
no,
are
no, no.
people.
Come on, guys. No, that's not
Okay.
a good thing.
You
There
can
are-
you can be sympathetic and empathetic to what the Joker dealt with in the first movie, but
Yes.
you still don't deny he's the bad guy.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
He is the bad guy.
Don't make him misunderstood because he's not. He's Joker. He knows who he
He's
is.
still Joker.
He was let down by the system and he snapped.
That's
That's a
Yeah.
bad thing. He
Yes.
killed people.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah,
And
there are
and was
people who
treated accordingly.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
and there are people who are shipping, of course, the Harley and Joker relationship and want a relationship like that. And I'm just gonna say one thing to that: good
Understand
luck
that
with your life.
Oh,
Good
I
luck.
would love to have a relationship like the Joker and Harley. It's like you're psychotic.
Yeah,
you
that's
are if
not
you want
that's
that. Yeah.
not a good thing.
Don't you want to take a ride on the Harley? Boom, boom. Oh God, they put that in the cartoon. Sorry.
Any final
That was
thoughts
in a kids'
about
cartoon. Sorry.
any final thoughts about the Joker and this nonsense?
I said everything I need to say.
I have nothing
Baron?
more to say about it.
I don't
Mike?
have anything else to say.
Cash.
Well, I guess the only thing I'll say is
Go ahead.
it's that same old tired thing. They've been
Yes.
dumping that crap on us for years.
Yes.
It doesn't affect us no more. We don't care. And it's losing its impact because people are, Wonder Woman was successful. 84 wasn't. Why? Because why would you go from not liking a strong female character
Something the microphone.
to
Right.
Sorry.
hating it?
Nothing.
I was on the desk. Does that count?
Okay.
Sorry.
What are you doing under that desk there, Baron?
No, I'm making an emphasis. Nothing's underneath there. Nothing's alive underneath this desk.
I'll see my said. You got the.
Nothing's alive. Trust me.
Poor mouse.
Yeah, poor man.
Mouse is in
Yeah.
the room.
Okay.
Yeah,
I kick the animals out.
But no,
when I
yeah.
try to do this.
But Cash. Yeah.
But how can you have when they're successful in one film and then the next film, all of a sudden we hate the women? No, obviously something went wrong, and you're using sequels, which a lot of us and even Hollywood knows sequels sometimes aren't the best. Highlight
No.
it to anybody.
Right.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
Airplane 2
So-
wasn't very good. Caddyshack 2. I mean, you go down the list, but yeah.
Yeah. Don't bring that up. You know who's
Don't bring
lyrically
that
out
up.
here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right.
So don't
He's around.
try to gaslight us like this. Don't try to put your
Yes.
issues on us. You're the ones that are obsessing on us. So you guys are the ones that have the issues. Maybe it's your issues and you want to gaslight us.
Always.
I mean, we give the reasons why. You give us ridiculous pablum. My God, Kamala Harris goes out there, and her word salads sometimes make much more sense than you guys out there, Movie Web and all the other hacks. So, Screen Rant, Game Rant. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
all this.
my God, if Kamala Harris can be ahead of you, oh my God. I'm done. And I didn't even rant. I just pounded the desk.
Yeah.
And no, not with that because it's dead.
Yeah. And Cash, any final?
I just I just don't understand why this keeps happening. Oh wait, yes I do, because we are people like us are supposed to hate women. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay. In movies. Even Furiosa could have been built better. I mean, there's a lot of things that they could have done, and they don't do it.
A lot
and
of
they're like, but
things.
she's a female.
Mhm.
Okay, what does she add to the story?
Yeah.
Why am I
What
supposed to
did
care?
this Harley really add?
This
much
is a
to-
male.
add much to the
Okay,
story,
once
you know?
again, even if it's a male, what does it add to the story?
Exactly.
Please
What
tell
do you
me.
add to the story? And with Joker,
Well, not only
2,
that, when it
you-
came to Furiosa, Chris Hemsworth was a mustache twirling villain.
He didn't do much for me in that movie either, man. That movie was all over the place.
What happens when you criticize the male actors?
Exactly.
Are the
Yeah,
performances
exactly.
in the same films of the woman? So you're giving equal treatment. You want equality? There,
That's
you
right.
got it. Now shut the front
Yes.
door.
exactly.
You guys
but-
went out of your way for Rose and other characters that could have been built so much better, and you just like
so many
she's
things
a
that could
woman.
have gone better.
Just so much, so many builds, so much
Exactly,
building
exactly.
could have been done, but whatever.
Yeah,
They'll
but
just keep
no,
yelling at us and so on. It's
no,
fine.
exactly. No, Joker 2, the game musical, was a horrendous movie,
Awful
bad
film.
story, and well, if you want to go out watch it, if you like it, you like it. That's up to the people out there. I'm not going to tell you what you like or not. I'm looking at you, Kilted, but but either way, for a lot of us people here on the panel, at least, this was a horrendous film for what they did, and it's really sad to see one good movie get destroyed like this, because the first Joker movie was a success. It was really good,
Yeah, it was.
and Phoenix did win some awards, if I don't
He
remember
did.
wrong, for
He
it.
won Best Actor that
Yes,
year. Yeah.
and it should never had a sequel to begin with. When I went to see when I watched this movie, I did not go to trash it. I tried to be open-minded,
Sure. Yeah.
even with all the red flags that was there. I tried my best to be open-minded. Like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. Even I know about the red flags, but I'm
But
gonna
once I
give this a
saw what
shot.
they were doing to Harley, man, I just put my hands over my eyes and I went, "This is not happening.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
This is not
Um,
happening. Please
It'd
say
be
this
from
is not
Rose Red.
happening."
Not there, not there, not there, not there,
And then
not
Yeah.
there, not there.
Yep.
No, so unfortunately for me, I don't care about the first movie anymore. Unfortunately,
No, I don't either.
Um,
I really
and
don't.
I was a big fan of the first movie. God damn,
Yeah, it was
I
a
had
really good
I,
film. It surprised me.
I have that Joker tattooed on my arm. So it is a memory.
See,
I have a memory
see,
of the movie.
think twice. Think twice before you get tattoos, buddy.
I'm still gonna keep it
Exactly.
though.
Right, Mike?
It's still a memory. For me, for me it's still a memory. Even I don't regret it. I don't regret having it or taking it. It's a memory. So I will still keep it in that kind of sense, if that makes sense. I have a sad tattoo on my forehead. A sad face on my forehead. You really think that I regret tattoos?
I can think of one that you're gonna regret if you ever get it.
I'm not. I'm not, man. But but I don't know how you, Cash, when you watch it. I don't know how you were when you went to the cinema. Did you go there open-minded?
Yeah, I tried. I just was like, why are we doing this Joker movie? The first one. And then when I saw it, I went, well, I have to admit I was wrong. I actually really enjoyed it. Yeah. But
Yeah, that's why
now
And-
they've
everything.
squandered everything. Yeah. They've
Yeah,
squandered
what ab-
everything with the second one. It's insulting, man.
What about you, Kilted?
I haven't watched it, but I mean,
Oh,
I go into everything open minded. Like, I mean, with some of the nonsense that I've been watching lately, going from Agatha to the Penguin. It's
The
like,
Penguin,
this
though, is
Penguin is good.
the Penguin is so freaking good, Kilted.
Mhm.
Great show.
And,
No.
and now I don't got
But yeah,
access to Max anymore.
I go into everything.
Hey,
What?
Baron,
don't?
Baron, I can find it
Oh,
for you. Baron, I can
We'll
find
hook
it
you
for
up,
you.
Baron. That's fine.
Yeah.
And Mike.
I know.
Yeah.
I was going to, just as I was going
Okay.
to, the thing goes,
Hey, Baron,
you know,
didn't I help you with some other
dude.
movies too?
Dude, the Penguin meets the Sopranos works so well because I'm like,
It's
yeah,
so
that
good.
is
It's
so
so
well,
good.
so well.
But we are gonna go to other topics, of course.
Mhm.
But yeah, I want to say the Penguin is fucking fantastic. I love it so far. It's so good, and I feel bad for Colin so bad right now because the activist people are attacking him, and because he's not
What?
fat in real life.
Oh, fuck them.
Oh, that
Yeah,
nonsense again?
yeah,
Oh, give
yeah,
me a
yeah.
break. Who cares?
Yeah. They
Even
came out and
waddles,
said
because
only
you know
fat
the
people
Penguin
should play
waddles.
fat people.
Oh, give me a break. Not this nonsense.
That's what they
again.
basically said.
Stupid, dude. No.
It is so dumb. But other than that, it's a
okay,
great.
okay. You know what? In that case,
Yeah, you.
Mhm.
straight people can't play gay men, and gay men
Right.
can't play straight people.
There you go.
Yeah,
Treatment.
it's gonna if
There
you're
we
gonna
go.
have it like
It goes
that. Yeah,
across
there we
the
go.
board. Same thing when it comes to
Uh,
women. Either,
But
you know,
heavily love
you're-
the show. Heavily love the show. I enjoy it, and I'm excited to the next episode. And with that, we are gonna go to. I know, Baron, you also have a topic that you want to talk about, and we are gonna get to that. I just want to have a little moment. I know you guys also talked about it, of course, on Pop Talk. But for me, this is also important to talk about because as a big Dragon Ball fan, and how much Dragon Ball has meant to me through the years, and how much of a big inspiration it had for me, I do want to say rest in peace to Doc Harris, aka also Dragon Ball's narrator. He died at 76, a really young age. It's really sad to hear that he passed away. There's so many people passing away this year. It was like after I remember Baron and Cash and Mike, you guys did a stream and stuff like that, and then we saw people passing away, passing away days after days.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's been a really sad end of the year. More of the ending of the years this year. Um, a lot of great artists, actors, a lot of people that we have looked up to, unfortunately have passed away. So I want to say, rest in peace to all of them, and rest in peace, Doc Harris.
And I just want to say something about that picture there that they have in front of the microphone, because obviously that's back, 70s, 80s, or whatever. That's when you had real DJs. That's when you had
Yes.
wild time. That's where you never was
point, dude.
bored.
He looks
Good
like
point.
Lemmy.
He looks like Lemmy here. Yeah, the Lemmy style. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which was a lot of people back in those days did.
Yeah. So, Doug Harris, most famous among anime fans for his work on Dragon Ball Z as a narrator for the series' first English dub, yes, has passed away at age 76 through broadcast dialogue. Popular voice actor and radio personality Doug Harris has passed away on Saturday, October the 5th, 2024, following reported minor surgery last month. Harris was known to many as popular Canadian broadcaster, while older anime fans will know him as the narrator of the Ocean Productions English dub version of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And of course, that's what I remember him mostly from, of course, because I grew up with it.
Yeah.
But he did so much other stuff too, and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, obviously Canadians knew him well as a DJ too. So I mean,
Yeah.
this man, and I love that curmudgeon look he has.
Yeah. No,
There
I
you go.
agree with you.
Yeah.
So
Both look great.
no, exactly. Posted by Ian James Scarlett. Buckle up. This is going to take a minute. We lost one of the greats today through Gilbert. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce the last name stuff there. Has suffered of this moron coil. Their impact on me and countless others will not be soon forgotten. Gil was best known as Doc Harris, a Canadian radio superstar and fixture on Vancouver Airways in its long forgotten heyday. Dragon Ball fans will remember him as the OG narrator of the Ocean dub days. I remember that. So, Doc Harris, thank you for all the great fucking memories that you have given at least me with the anime world and Dragon Ball, because you are a big part of my life with the narrations. Doc was a huge force in my early career, more than just DH. He lived and breathed music. He also had keen eye for movies. I first met him when I was working at the music store, and I sold him some audio recording gear, sizing upon any slim opportunity to get my foot in the door. I struck up a relationship with him in a short order of grossity, included me in his world. I would do comedy call in bits with him, ultimately song parodies and topical music bits. I unfortunately have not heard those kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I only know him with the Dragon Ball stuff, but I do want to hear of a lot more of the other stuff that he's done.
Me too.
Yeah. I remember being struck by the stark differences between his on-air language, his really salty off-air linguistic style. Much later in our careers, we both enjoy working in animation. When that industry came to Vancouver, shows like Barbie, Camp Candy, John Candy animated series, Captain and the Game Master, and most notably Dragon Ball. He was a king of Malaprosim, and coming up is Kim Mitchell Irish Patio Lanterns, sighting in number 3 on the charts is, I cannot pronounce that, Sade, Swedish tattoo is always a Swedish stuff. Yeah, I love the Swedish, but yeah.
Mhm.
Better than the Danes.
What an odd Norwegian.
I don't like Sweden in that general, but it's not the case.
Yeah, remember, 10,000 Swedes ran through the weeds, chased by one
Yeah.
Norwegian. Remember?
But he was one of a kind. This summer, when we're back in Vancouver, I must have said at least 10 times, I must see Doc on this trip. I owe him so much. Well, at least a lunch. And a funny, demon face, a devil face. And now it's too late. Sorry, Doc. I owe you one. I actually owe you 100 lunches. Rest in peace, Doc. So, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Amen.
Amen, brother. Harris was known for his silky and deep voice. Yep, able to pull in the viewers with his deft intention. His credits include Barbie and the Rockers, Out of This World, Camp Candy, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I had a lot of friends who watched that when I was younger. I hated it though. I'm not a My Little Pony guy. And Dragon Ball Z, all which he shared alongside his longtime friend and colleague Ian James Corlett. Corlett, who voiced Goku in the Ocean dub, yes, released a touching tribute yesterday on Instagram, and we went through that, of course. So rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace, and you will never be forgotten, and Dragon Ball and other stuff that you have been in will live on, and you will be remembered, and you always will. Thank you. It's been a sad year, guys. Been a sad year.
It has, but it's also important that we honor and remember
We need
these
to honor
actors and
them.
actresses when they do pass away, and that's why
That's right.
we have to talk about them.
We
Yes.
have to.
Mhm.
It is. It's really important. It really is. But we are gonna get to some other news too.
Not wanting to drag up the Joker 2 discussion, but I just saw something. I like to rescind my theory that Todd Phillips was just trying to stick it to Warner Brothers. He can eat a dick. I shared the picture in the private chat. If you want to check it out, he can eat a dick.
Okay, so before we go into
Yeah,
the Baron topic, we can just look at it.
Just yeah.
Todd Phillips defends Joker, the game musical, citing a political message is to diminish problematic male influence.
Go ahead and read. In response to widespread backlash, Todd Phillips defends Joker Folie à Deux, insisting it compels society to confront the complicity in male entitlement. Hey, Todd, go suck on a. I'm going to be nice.
He probably does.
I was going to say, Jace, if you don't mind, but I think Baron has something he likes to say.
Wait, Baron, you have the floor.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, let me take a look at this picture again.
No. This is Baron's territory now.
This is Baron. All right.
you, Tom Phillips. Just fuck you. And while we're at it, fuck you, Mark Hamill. Fuck you.
There we go. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
My sentiments exactly.
Dang it, Mark. We
Try to
told
give this
you.
fool the
And-
benefit of the doubt, and yet, just like everybody else, all these other big wigs who think they're better than you continue to talk and open their mouth and run their mouth, and you find out,
All the
oh,
time.
you really are that kind of person. Okay, let
Yeah.
people talk, and they will.
Yep.
Okay.
And V said, before we need to also, I also see Brett Cohen is here. God damn, the chat is so going on me here. Brett Cohen, hail to you, brother. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I get that Pacific 414. The closer to the balls is more respect and
Oh
love.
my
Winner's
gosh.
high.
Brett.
Oh boy,
swear.
Brett,
Come on,
Brett,
dude.
Brett,
Dang it,
Brett,
Brett. No.
God.
Oh man.
Okay.
Why do you have a P and a 4 on your wiener?
And Frostfang said, "Do the Nordics really like
Got it.
each other much? No,
Hmm.
no.
It goes
Just
back
no.
1,000+ years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Springfield and Shelbyville.
Yeah.
You know, we are still
Yeah.
a little bit in the Viking age there about with our hate with
Oh,
each other.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still there.
Bad blood there. Bad blood there.
Yes, a lot of blood. V said I watched most of DB stuff in Japanese. I didn't watch GBC for him. Sorry he passed. We have a feminist issue.
Hmm.
Toxic
Yeah.
femininity, yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Someone has to make you.
Freaking
Of
Brett.
course, Brett.
course.
Of course, Brett.
Came out of
You
nowhere.
are something. You are something. But we are gonna get into another article, and this is something Baron wanted to talk about. So you have the article ready?
Oh, yeah. Just a second here. Let me get it presented. I believe this is the article that you are wishing to speak about. Where are you? Okay. Just a second here. My thing is not.
I almost said,
what
are you
was
getting
the
it up?
one- Yeah, I'm
We
trying
are
to get it
experiencing
up.
technical difficulties. Please
I'm trying to
stand
get. I'm trying to get the blue pill up here so I can get it up. There we go. So I know nothing about this other than the fact that, of course, Concorde crashed and burned horribly.
Oh,
But this is from
I got news. I got news about Concorde. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
okay.
All right.
So this is, of course, from Bounding into Comics and maybe some AI.
Okay, I
fans
have a
here at the first. What?
I have a quick question. How I can't get that stupid freaking top bar to go away when I go to the articles?
Yeah,
Well, they did the. If you're just talking about the website in general,
Mhm.
they did some changes, and it was better before
wait,
with
it's
the
gone.
bounding
Yeah.
comments.
It's
Yeah.
gone, it's gone,
Oh, it's gone now. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Yay!
it's just when they're scrolling down, it's just all that space. I guess that's supposed to be space if you don't
Yeah.
have an ad blocker on.
It's
for
an
the ads.
advertisement up there.
Yeah, it's some weird
ads.
stuff.
It's just
Yeah.
annoying though. They had a better format before. It's okay.
Yeah, they changed it to become.
But anyway,
more-
sorry to interrupt.
But-
But
No problem. Baron, let's go.
I have permission now. I'm able to do that. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
You know,
Fans cheer as First Descendant reveals new Ultimate. Forgive me if I'm saying the name wrong. Freyna
Frey.
skin.
It's Frey.
Freyna.
It's Freyna.
Freyna.
Yeah.
Freyna.
You got
yeah.
it. You're good.
Think about
It's
Freya.
not Frey. Frey is male. Freya is female, and this is Freyna
Right.
skin, proving Concorde critics right. This is from Nicola Pajek. Forgive me if I say your name wrong. I know it's-
Pajek, I think. Yeah, it's from
Yeah,
the one.
Pajek.
One of the.
Yeah.
Articles you read yesterday. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Just a second. I just want to look at this for a moment. Ooh la la. And it's going to get better for us. Ultimate Freyna skin is set to release on October 10th, which is today, by the way. The reveal trailer is already causing quite a stir within the First Descendant community. The October 10th update for Nexon's MMO
got it.
looter shooter
Right.
will bring a slew of content, including new ultimate weapon and new modules. but the two rather provocative skins are what surprised everyone. It sent fans into a frenzy. Yay!
No, I'm looking at one of them right now.
Yeah. The free-to-play MMO from Korean developer Nexon launches in early July and has since built a strong player base.
Player base.
Yeah, I know. I'm going slightly dyslexic. Forgive me.
It's
Mostly
my
thanks
fault.
to yeah, it is your fault. Mostly thanks to its aggressive push towards eye-catching, provocative aesthetics. We like that. This bold approach to character design, particularly
you'll
with
see it in the game, Baron.
Yes.
Maybe I have to get the game. Is a free one? So
It's
ooh.
actually
It
free.
is free.
You don't
It is
have
free,
to spend
and it
any
is
money
fun.
on it. Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It can be fun. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? Okay. So in this bold approach, you got me thinking on that thing. Wow. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This bold approach to character design, particularly with female characters, is a defining feature of the game as it continues to draw attention from fans.
We
and,
want
of
more
course, critics
beautiful
alike.
women in games. That's something we've
Yeah.
been missing for years too, man. And we missed that.
If
We
that's how they
want
want the
beautiful
game.
women.
Who cares?
What's
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
with beautiful women?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Just
what's
like
wrong?
there's like women like looking at handsome men. So I mean,
Exactly.
honestly,
You know, women like looking at sexy female avatars as well.
that's true.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't want to look at the
remember-
dumpy
Yeah.
Well,
ones.
there
that-
has to be a
I
reason
want, you know,
for it.
I want
Yeah.
good-looking women, good-looking men in the games, you know, and stuff like that. It's no problem with that.
I
We need
want
more of that.
badass looking characters. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Yeah. We don't want, you know, Star Wars Outlaws and other stuff. We don't want that stuff.
What's wrong with the femme fatale? Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. No.
I mean,
Exactly.
exactly. You want a great villain? Femme fatale can be that, or just a way to mislead someone on a path. Speaking of which, the game has already released a swimsuit skin pack.
Mhm.
Or I'm getting too excited about this. I'm just trying for its
Yeah.
female
Calm
characters,
down,
and now Nexon, I'm trying to. You know, the South might rise again. Nexon is taking a step further with Freya's ultimate skins. Freyna's, I should say. These skins are more than provocative, featuring fishnet covering half her body and revealing cutouts. Ooh, are we ready? Can we handle this?
Yeah.
Oh, let's handle it.
Can you handle this, Baron?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what
I
I'm
know. I don't
expecting.
think so. I don't think so. Of course, Freya isn't the first character to receive the. Okay, so they changed the name. Is it Freyna or actually Freya? Because
It's Freyna. It should be Freyna.
It's bound in the comics. You know how many
That's
times
true.
Yeah.
in there
I
in
think
the
the
article.
AI took over.
Yeah, it's Freyna.
AI took over.
It's Freyna.
Yeah, okay.
Freyna.
Okay, so I'll continue. Freyna, even though they have it wrong here several times, isn't the first character to receive this kind of treatment. In addition to the bikini skin pack, the first descendant has treated players with a number of aesthetic hits. Characters like Ultimate Bunny and Ultimate Valby have gotten their skins, and players had nothing else but words of praise, as it should. When Nexon posted the reveal trailer on their social media, the fans united with positive reactions. One user simply said, "Man, they're about to print money." The meaning behind the notion is that
A lot of the wokey pokies are gonna get mad at this because, oh my god, they can't have beautiful women. Oh my god, and
you got the critics out there, so I'm sure we're going to talk about that. And DJ, what we're coming up with, I'm sure you might accidentally send links to. The Nexon post the reveal trailer on their social media. The fans unite. Oh, by the way, nerd. With positive reactions. Once use what? What? Okay.
I said nerd too.
DJ's here.
Nerd. Oh,
it's the thing you do every time he shows up in the chat.
Yeah, nerd. Okay.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Gelter, you have to join.
Nerd.
Nerd.
That was
That was disappointing, Kilted. You get a minus for that. You get a minus for that. F you. You're fired.
Sorry. I didn't realize I want to make a full animal.
Excellent, my student. That's how you treat your co-host.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I know. When Nexon posted the reveal trailer on their social media, the fans united with positive reactions. One user simply said, "They're about to print money." The meaning behind the notion is that the skin is so great that no one will hesitate when thinking about buying Ultimate Freyna skins. And here we go.
That is good skins too,
The
man.
thing
Like
about these skins, though, of course, since this is a free to play, they're not going to be cheap, obviously. So,
No,
you want to know how much?
30.
No, go ahead.
So it says, let's see, if you're looking for the Ultimate Bunny bundle, this is back when was this article done? Because esports.gg is bitching about it. Ultimate bundle is 3,000 caliber, which equals $60.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's the
Now
bundle.
no, that's
just-
the ultimate bundle. The
that's
premium
the
ultimate bundle is
bundle, yeah.
$100, 5,000 calibers, which is equal to $100. But you
Right.
there is a long, arduous process to get the materials to
Yes, I did
craft
hear
the
about
ultimate
that.
frame. So
It's,
you can
it's
do
insane,
that.
though. It's
It-
quite.
it's
insane.
it's a bit.
Yeah,
But-
it takes a grind. It takes a grind to do it.
It's it's everybody makes their own decisions when it comes to the value proposition of these skins and whatnot. So people are gonna have
Yes,
money. They're going after the
exactly.
whales and everything. If you don't want it,
Oh, yeah.
don't buy it. It's a free to play
Yes.
game. You don't need these skins, and
right.
I have to compliment them for doing that. Put whatever
Yeah,
price
but that's
tag
what
you
you have
want
to
to.
make-
Yes.
Let the player decide himself if they
Yes.
want to or not. You
Right.
know,
Yep, the
and that's always
market
important.
let the market decide.
Yes, exactly.
And
Because
besides,
the regular bunny outfit is just, I mean, it's still nice to look at in all her
Yeah.
metallic beauty, beauty, whatever.
you'll be seeing people running around with it in the game, I guess, so you can at least.
Oh,
enjoy
yes,
that.
you will.
You probably already
Yeah.
do.
You want to see a
Since it
video?
came out today, you probably already do if you
Damn.
log on to the game.
Oof.
That's why I was doing ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
I might check this game out. I like MMOs and stuff like that. So I
It's,
need a new
fun.
MMO too.
There's some fun. I mean, the characters
and
don't look bad
it's
if you haven't spent
multiplayer,
money,
so-
but yeah, it is.
Yeah, and again, I don't play SWAT. I'm on a water break for a year or two, so I need a new MMO. So
It's very
Star Trek
Destiny.
Online. Star Trek
and,
Online.
What's the other one?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
you guys
Warframe.
want to play Star Trek Online so I can play with you guys? Is that what you're trying to say?
If you want
Yeah.
to, it's up to you.
It
So-
seems
Maybe,
like
okay.
it seems like a nice business opportunity for you, Jace.
It does, doesn't it?
Human.
Star Trek Online.
Human.
Yeah, I used to play it before, so maybe I should get back into it again then.
Maybe. So, retweeting Nixon's reveal tweet, at Canelo rallied, normalize this sexiness in Western games again. South
Hold on,
Korea.
hold on, Barrett. You said it wrong. You said it wrong, my brother.
Okay.
Normalize the sexiness in Western games again.
There we go. There we go. Make games great again.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
I mean, he's absolutely right on that. There's nothing wrong with sexiness.
No? It's nothing
Other-
wrong with it.
And you know what? I think female players out there want to play a sexy character. They love that, right? So, up your nose with a rubber hose. Another player sarcastically added, "Anyone sent this to the Concord developers yet?" A jab at the recent Concord disaster, criticized for its bland and uninspiring character design and a dull game overall that cost Sony over $400 million.
Allegedly.
So that's why they said this is another thing that's interesting about that. Since you bring that up, Baron, in this article,
Yeah.
they
Well,
say that the
well,
reason the PlayStation, the PS5 Pro is so expensive is because they're hoping the fans are going to cover the cost of this disaster, which is Concord, which could be
Yeah.
true, but
Yeah.
still. I don't think it is. It's only been a rumor. I'm not going to say it is, but I thought it was funny.
Take it with a
People-
grain of salt.
Well, they
Yeah.
they said that with with the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster coming out, they doubled
Yes,
the price
yes.
of the original
Yes,
version,
they did.
trying to
Yes.
claim the same thing. That's like this is to cover the cost of Concord. That's been getting patches on Steam, by the way. Concord's been getting big patches behind the scenes on Steam on the
Oh,
back end.
Oh,
really?
Yep.
I thought you shut everything down on it.
Videos coming soon on that one. Anyway, that's what I'm doing after this. I'm recording a fucking video on that. Yep.
Oh, there we go. No commercialing yourself before the end of the stream, guys.
Yeah, don't follow me.
That was our shameless plug of the evening, folks.
Shameless
In
plug.
contrast,
I don't have the thing that Mike has. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. I don't have that
Oh.
shit here. So
yeah, we don't.
I could send it to you, then you can edit it at your whim to make it all 540 studio.
well, all about business and working together. But no, for me, other than that, this game sounds really compelling, and the First Ascendant is something I might check out at some point. Again, I'm a big MMO guy, so I love that kind of stuff.
It's more like
And
a Destiny Warframe MMO. It's multiplayer, but not massive. And you'll see all the people in the hub, of course, just like
yeah,
Destiny
but
Warframe and everything. But
when
when you
it's an
go
MMO,
out,
I like to try out. I like to try out the different MMOs
I mean,
and stuff like
it's
that.
free, so you've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's a good time.
So I might check it out because it looks cool. So and
It's free, it's fun,
Third
it is a
person?
grind, but
and made by Koreans.
yeah,
With
who
sexy
know?
ladies. Oh.
And
Thank
Koreans
you,
can
Kip.
make a lot of good stuff.
Thank you.
In contrast, while the First Descendant and Concord share similarities as sci-fi shooters, the latter one is thriving. It has carved its own spot in the industry thanks to the bold character designs and overall experience unique enough to keep players online hours on. Adding to that notion, a fan said, "Glad to see that the game studios make women look more like women." Well, and
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe this is a woman. Who knows? I don't know. Um, while the First Descendant certainly isn't a perfect game and has its own problems like content variety and build limits, its approach to aesthetic appeal is making players want more of the same, and Nexon is about to deliver it. At first, fans interested in jumping into battle with Freyna's ultimate skin pack can pick it up when the First Descendant's next major update lands today, people. Today, October 5th.
Yes.
And that was that article about.
Yeah.
Oh my!
But no,
oh, wow.
I'm happy we're
Simping is such a major turnoff to women.
really happy that we're getting more games like this, and I want more games like this.
Yeah. I mean, and them gushing about people saying this is what we're wanting. Game industry, listen.
Well, yeah.
They want women looking like women. Yeah, you could probably put a woman in there that is not so bright woman. You could put an overweight woman.
You can
thing
put
is-
in a muscular woman too, and all that kind of stuff that looks good. It's no
a
problem.
variety.
Yeah.
But the thing is you need to remember that a woman is a woman.
Exactly.
Well, Shift Up knew that when it came to Eve in Stellar Blade. Yes,
Yep.
Sony had them put in a patch that would change some of her costumes, but if you have the physical version, you don't have to necessarily update it with that patch. You can keep the costumes as they were.
And Mike did.
Yep. And any final thoughts about this before we get to the last? I forgot we were gonna do one main topic today too.
Oh, we are. Well, let me
my.
take this down so you can. Yours up. How's this sound?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot. But any final thoughts about it?
I mean, I will play it again. The combat is fast paced. There's some fun to be
Mhm.
had in the game, and if we get a good group together, we can do a lot of stuff. But I don't know if it's worth it to spend that money on that stuff. It might be to some people.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't spend the money on that DLC. I'd rather grind and get the credits
Yeah.
to purchase
Yeah,
that
that's how I
DLC.
am too. You know,
Well,
if I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
as long as the grind
us-
is worth it. That's as long as it's
yeah,
worth it and it's not too
I
insane.
love to grind, but I'm MMORPG gamer, so you know I'm all
Yeah.
about the grinding. I'm all about the grinding, and it makes me spend more time with the game and learn more about the game and mechanics and worlds and all that kind of stuff. So no, if that's what you can also do with the game and stuff like that, I will try it out. Absolutely, absolutely, I will when I get
That's
the time
how I
to.
got some of the ships I have on Star Trek Online. Grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
know.
I can announce now
That's all I
that
do.
I'm downloading Star Trek Online, guys.
Okay. Well,
That's
and
cool.
you know what?
I
When you're trying to get things, it feels like you accomplished something and you appreciate it.
yes,
Right.
Everything
exactly.
I had, I
You
I
earn it.
ground.
You
Yeah.
earn it. You're doing
Mhm.
something. You're working for it. And that's what I love about it. That's why I say, sometimes if I ever play, if when I play Smite, I will never buy all the characters. I will grind the credits and everything myself until I can buy the
Well,
characters
the whole
myself.
thing is if you're going to spend money and you're going to spend a good chunk of money, it needs to be worth it and it needs to
It
feel
has to be worth
rewarding.
it.
It has
It
to be
has to be
worth it. You're
something
getting these
exclusive and
characters that
worth it.
you want this. It has to be all worth it. Because if it's not worth it, then after a while
Not
you're like,
like
I don't want to keep
SWAT,
spending money.
not like
Yeah.
SWAT. You can buy like a hairstyle and you cannot
Mm,
use it if you go to character creation if you don't have enough credits.
that's
Mhm.
stupid.
Bro, I
Right.
just bought it. I've done that. I bought a hairstyle once because I
Yeah.
liked it, and I'm like,
Right.
oh, I wanna use that hairstyle. It was pretty cool. So I had
Yeah.
female hairstyle that I wanted. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, that looks so cool on my character. Damn. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. And then of course I thought I was gonna keep it. I bought it. No,
Yes.
I had to go into when I went to character creation. I had to spend more credits to use what I just bought. So that means I need to use more of my real money to be allowed to do it. So like, no, never doing that again. Never.
Yeah.
And
It can be a pain. Hmm.
so no, this game sound promising. And if you're gonna play, please, do what you want. Of course, it's your money. I don't tell you what to do,
Right.
but
Exactly.
but don't do the easy mode out. Do the hard mode.
If you're going to spend money,
Give
you're
yourself
gonna
a
work for stuff
challenge.
too.
Really.
Yeah.
Give
Work for
it a
stuff
challenge.
and spend money if you're going to do it, but
Yeah.
make it rewarding.
If there's something that are just inclusive, just stuff you cannot get through the game and you need to buy it. If there's something you really want, okay, then buy it. It's your money. Yes, I do that sometimes, not often, but that's like once in a while if there's really something I want, if you know what I mean. But that's like stuff that you cannot get in the games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you have to like buy DLC or whatever. So yeah, of course
Mhm.
I do that sometimes, but then I need to know that it's worth it,
Mhm.
Like for example, it's a while back in SWATOR I did buy their full Revan set because I wanted it and I want to start with that in the beginning of the game because I want to like pretend it was Revan in a way, right? And that was worth it. I got it. It was worth it. I got the full set of Revan. So okay, then it's worth it. Because now it's really hard to get any equipments. I don't even know if you can get the Revan outfit in the game anymore or something like that. I just think you can buy it. I don't know anymore how they do that, but SWATOR have changed through the years, so I don't know anymore what they're doing. They just
Mhm.
keep changing and
Well,
changing.
they just keep putting things behind a paywall.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, and I'm happy I'm on a break, and it's gonna be fun to go back to Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Um,
guys. I'm a Star
well,
Wars guy.
yeah.
I'm betraying
We're
myself.
not we're
Well,
not
no, they
I'm
forcing you to
betrayed
cheating.
play.
you.
I'm
Yeah,
cheating. No, I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
know. No,
just
I'm
kidding.
just saying they betrayed you. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I,
I know.
I'd like to go back into the game. I've been off of that for about a year, and I have no interest in going back there no
And I
more.
will say,
Especially
if
more
you
so
guys get
after
me,
you
if you
gave
guys
it.
get me hooked on Star Trek, I hate you guys because I have so much to watch. I have
You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch all of it. Just the good
No,
stuff.
you don't. That's
Yeah,
right.
just
just
the
watch,
good stuff.
just
I've
watch the
seen a
good stuff.
couple things here and there. I've seen some movies, some series here and there, but never fully finished it.
Just watch the 735.
Yep,
That
that's
goes
all you
from 1966 to 2005. That's all you need.
Yes, I
Mhm.
know. I will not continue with the bullshit. I will not.
And don't
Which,
worry,
well,
when it
no,
comes
you
to
got to watch
Star
Deep
Trek
Space Nine.
Online, you have a few admirals here and captains who will help guide you in the right direction.
Yes.
We'll just
And
have to make sure we're
but I
mentioning
did
his
recently. I
skill level.
actually did. It's not a good movie in that kind of
Yes.
sense, but I
Yes.
did watch Star Trek Beyond not that long ago because I wanted to rewatch it just because one of the
Why?
actors. Because the girl who plays Cora plays in it. That's why.
Well, okay. I guess
I'm not a simp though.
Simping is such a major turnoff to women.
I know. I just when I figured out that she was in a movie too, I wanted to rewatch it again and just see her performance in the movie. It's not a great movie, but I like to see people that I've seen in other movies see their performances too. But that's how it is when you are into film. You like to see
yeah.
people's performances in different movies, even if they're
Well,
not great.
yeah. But
And
yeah,
she was the
but
best part of most of it. But
mm, I can understand why.
Uh,
I'm very
the best part of that movie was when Zachary Quinto's Spock opens up the box from Spock Prime, also known as Leonard Nimoy, and you see the
yeah,
picture of the original cast. That's the best part of the movie.
I get you. And we are gonna get into one last article, and that is the main article that I almost forgot today because we've talked about so much else, and we are on the 2 hour mark. But this will be the last topic for today. And I don't remember, was it Cash, Baron, who of you two found the article? Just so I can
I
give
don't
credit.
know. It
It's a
depends what
James Gunn
article it
thing.
is.
Oh, the James Gunn thing? Was that
Yeah.
me?
I don't remember which one of you guys
I'll
did
check.
find it.
Oh, just credit both of us. We'll be like Lennon
Okay,
and
both of you, I give credit
McCartney
to both of you.
because
You'll be like Variety.
They promote things. No,
Yeah.
It would be like
Lennon
Variety.
Yeah.
and McCartney because
Um,
every song that they wrote, if they wrote by themselves, they still put each other's names on it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, the James Gunn will direct even more DC
Yeah.
movies. That one. Yeah.
Yes. So, again,
I'm sorry.
this is by, of course, Movie Web again.
Oh boy.
And of course, this is about James Gunn again, even though I have a lot of problems with his choices. But James Gunn will direct even more projects in the DC universe. And I know certain stuff have been talked about. Stuff like, what was it? An animated movie or something that he was talking about. I don't know if it was Robin and Nightwing stuff or something like that. So he was gonna do that. I know, an animated stuff there. So it's a lot of talks of what he's gonna do. And again, this is what James Gunn always do. He before he does a lot of stuff, he plans out way too much, way too much. But James Gunn will applying his creative vision to many more DC studio projects after DC Universe kicks off with Creature Commandos, Superman. I have a really bad feeling about Superman. I really do. Still don't like the look of Superman, at least in the movie, and I want Henry Cavill back. Creature Commandos. I don't know how that's gonna be. I know that's more into James Gunn's territory when it comes to more unknown characters and more different characters, and especially when they're like more monsters, R-rated ish stuff, more horror style stuff. Sometimes, you know what I mean. That's more his profession. If you look at his credit of what he's done with movies and what he likes to do. And of course, Peacemaker season 2, and it's not according to him, it's not part of the continuity of the first season, kind of. I don't know how he's gonna explain all that, but it's gonna be weird. Gunn and Peter Safran are the new heads of DC Studios, as we all know. and will be revamping the cinematic universe, as we all know. After a long string at cinematic dudes, Gunn already attached as a writer and director for 3 aforementioned DC projects, but he recently told fans he will be at the helm of several more DC projects moving forwards. Why can't he just, do the stuff he do now and then announce new stuff later and see how it works, see if certain stuff are popular or whatever, you know what I mean?
Well, if he's gonna keep the same attitude as he did with the Joker film, it's just the second one. It's gonna be a mess again. So, is he gonna change his attitude actually on this stuff?
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
Yeah, and Cash Money, what do you always say about James Gunn when it comes to Batman?
Oh well, I say that I don't understand why James Gunn is the head of DC because it's because of how he feels about Batman '89. I just see I wish he would just say, okay, I don't like this movie for these reasons, but I understand that without this film, it wouldn't have pushed other comic book movies in another direction, in a better direction. Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know
Like,
why, but that's my problem with James Gunn. And I read that I'm like, okay, so you hate Batman '89,
it's hard to
fine.
trust someone who
But
doesn't
at
like that movie.
least, right, at least understand why it's important in comic book history, in comic book movie history. And I think everybody on this panel would agree with that. I understand
Well,
some people don't like Batman '89. I get maybe more than some, but still,
Yeah.
it was a big success, and at least respected enough to say, look, I don't like the movie, but I understand that it needs it. Without that, we wouldn't have gotten to where we are now to some extent. So, with
yeah.
comic book films,
And he fired James, and James Gunn also fired Henry Cavill.
right?
And the
Right,
rest of them,
exactly.
except
Yeah.
for
Not,
Ezra
not to
Miller.
mention Gal Gadot.
He did,
yeah.
yes, right.
But Ezra Miller is fine. Ezra Miller is
Right,
fine.
but it also I worry about
Well,
it
they have the same
because he
mindset.
right, he defends the Flash so hardcore. Like he's I love the Flash, I love the Flash. That
Yeah.
makes me
And
worry
got the
too.
director of the movie to
Yes.
create his Batman movie too.
Right. Yeah. So
Oh, it's
Matt
a lot of red
Reeves, on the
flags.
other hand, obviously has a pretty good brain in his head, and that's why things like the Penguin is successful. And even the Batman was successful, but once again, the title, Batman, and this one,
Yeah.
The Batman. And even though I didn't hate that movie, I still have some problems with it. But the Penguin
Same
takes
here.
to a whole new level. So yeah,
The
and you don't
Batman
even have
movie
to.
it's good on a lot of aspects, but a lot of other aspects, we talked about it too privately and how they could have
Yes.
fixed it and
Yes.
what they should have done, and that is basically what they should have done. But
But Matt Reeves obviously has a
yeah,
vision, and
a
and I
bigger, better vision at
yes,
least.
and Todd
Just look
Phillips
at the
needs to find a
Penguin
better
too.
vision again. If you're going to, once again, DC is still considered a beast, so you've got to respect the beast.
Yep. And well, the thing is James Gunn is walking into there,
Yes,
trying to treat it like
Yep.
the MCU. We're
right.
going to do this plot, this plot. I mean, I realize Zack Snyder was doing the same thing in his own way.
Yes, in his
But
own way,
all
sure.
I'm
But
seeing,
there was
all
at
I'm
least
seeing,
right.
all I'm
Mhm.
seeing is right now just drop to DC. This is going to become
Yes.
the other Marvel verse.
Right.
Honestly, that's all I see is going to be happening out of this.
And one of
And
the other problems
Zack
that I
Gunn,
do have is that he puts a lot of the same humor he did in Guardians of the Galaxy in his work. And that's, he puts a lot of that comedy into his other movies. If you
Yeah,
guys
because
also
we
remember
saw what happened with
Peacemaker,
this.
Suicide
Right. Well,
Squad,
the second. Excuse me.
the
The second
second one.
can't
Suicide
swallow
Squad.
it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't
No.
swallow.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
He
It's just
keeps the same comedy all the time. It gets
it
old.
wasn't. I just don't think there's a lot of things that worked in the second Suicide Squad movie. I didn't like the first one that much. I know I need to see the cut, as Jace keeps telling me, but
Higher cut
yeah.
if it comes out.
Oh yeah, that's right. It hasn't come out yet. But the jokes, it's like, oh well, we got a dick joke and we got this. It's like, well, this doesn't really work.
Automama
And
jokes.
yeah,
It
it's
doesn't.
just stupid. It's like, but people are right. Yes, this does follow the source material to an extent with the giant octopus and whatever, but that I know was in the comics. But still, it's like you get to half the movie and you want to start falling asleep. It's like for whatever reason, it's just not.
Yeah.
A lot of people liked it. It made good money, but and I know James Gunn directed it and Zack Snyder produced it, but
Gunn is already attached as he is a writer, blah, 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 but he recently told fans he will be at the helm of several more DC projects moving forward as an unofficial ambassador of Threads, where he drops most of his DC bombshells for some reason. And he also has to stop fighting people on X and other places sometimes and stop lying a lot. We have
Yeah.
caught you, James Gunn. We have caught you in your lies, so you have to stop lying.
Yeah.
If you want respect, James Gunn, stop lying.
Right. I mean, he changes the story all the time. So
Exactly. Just get Zack Snyder back and let him finish the Justice League universe, and I'm happy.
oh, he's intimidated by that. You know it. He wants to turn this into his own creation. He can't have Zack Snyder there because it lessens him. So even though he's still in charge, Zack Snyder would be his employee, which would only help him. But James Gunn is so arrogant and egotistical and so self-inflated ego that he can't comprehend that.
And can we also say that perhaps James Gunn wants to prove to Kevin Feige and everyone in Hollywood that he can create a better Marvel-like cinematic universe than even Kevin Feige?
I'm glad you said that properly, Mike. I seem to have problems with that name.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with Mike there. I agree with Mike there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
well,
this is
we're gonna right, and we're gonna also see when James Gunn, I think if I remember, he is directing that new Superman film that's coming out. We're gonna see actually how it goes. You've got somebody who looks like Henry Cavill, like a poor man's Henry Cavill.
Gen Z Henry Cavill, basically.
Gen Z,
from Wish,
from Wish, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But some people are like, "Oh, I'm excited." I'm like, "We'll see, we'll see." His attitude about certain things, I'm just not sure. But a person who respects The Flash, which is a pretty awful film. I won't say it's the worst thing in the world, but pretty awful movie.
And it has the '89 Batman in it, by the way.
Right.
And destroying his character and makes him die 2 times because of time traveling.
Yeah, it's right. Exactly. Yeah, but to respect that movie, makes me wonder. Like, I don't know how I can have faith in other films that you're doing here at Gunn. So we'll see. But
yeah, no, Matt Reeves at least does something good. At least, yeah,
That's
at
right.
least like you said, he has a vision, and that's the most important. With James Gunn, he does.
Movie Wood, Screen Rant, Game Rant, whatever. See, we're criticizing a man now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're criticizing a man. You hear that?
Yeah, we're criticizing a man now. Okay. So
no, but exactly, and I know, and James Gunn doesn't really have a plan because he just like, I'm gonna do this. But what's your plan? What's your real plan? Oh, I'm gonna revamp. I'm gonna remake the universe now with everything new. But you still have, Peacemaker. I'm gonna use that as an example now. The first season was in the continuity of the Snyderverse. How are you gonna explain season 2 and why it's not continuity? Are you gonna interject some Flash things? Are you gonna introduce something else? Like, what are you gonna do? That's not, a plan. It's not vision. So if you want to do this vision, James Gunn, you have to just remove everyone who was in the Snyderverse and just fix everything else and just try to start everything all over, and start small, right? Not go to everything at once. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There are ways to do it, but he doesn't do that. Question: directing with DC more in the future. Gunn is currently hard at work on the 3 previously listed projects, as well as overseeing the rest of DCU. which has had a various updates over the past few weeks, and has more on his plate and than most directors. While he didn't announce which projects he would be writing or directing, Gunn confirmed that more DC movies will be prefaced by a James Gunn film he wrote. It's hard to predict which project James Gunn could be taking creative control over in DC's future. The Gods and Monsters phase is already stacked with incredible underappreciated characters. Well, the Superman movie is gonna be a cameo fest. It's gonna be like the
Ooh.
cameo movie. Superman and the cameos. That's what that's gonna be. For various creatives to put their own spin on it, with DC Studios seemingly embracing unique story and tones and genre with each of their upcoming projects. James Gunn probably won't put his name down to direct too many other DC projects in the near future. What makes it more unpredictable is Gunn and Safran have chosen some obscure characters to kickstart their opening DCU phase, alongside the usual favorites like Batman and Superman. Of course, they are the two legends, of course. DC's starting lineup includes the Creature Commandos, and yeah, I don't know how that's gonna be. Do you guys think that's a great way to start the universe off with these characters, or do you think they should have just started with Superman as the startup of this universe? If he was,
They should have started with making a good movie, one single good movie.
Yes.
Like I have to agree with the general sentiment. Start if you're going to start with Superman, make one good Superman movie. I mean that they desperately need just one good movie to knock it out the park and just bring people back to the seats.
Well, yeah, I agree 100%, Kilton. But I will add to that though. I think it has to be a legacy character from DC that you
Superman.
start off with, as
Yeah.
and Superman is it. But again, like you said, they have to do it right, and that's
Yes.
what we're scared of.
yeah, because they are starting with, of course, Creature Commandos, and also we are getting the Amanda Waller show, and he's gonna revamp the universe, but it still uses the same Amanda Waller from the Snyderverse.
Okay.
So it's not revamping anything. It's just making it more complicated for himself
Why'd
there.
you have to go and make things so
And then, of course, the
complicated?
Authority, and that's an R-rated comic. It's not for children at all, just so people know. And of course, Booster Gold. And James Gunn loves to popularizing underappreciated superheroes. And it's just like, hey James, first of all, I want to ask you, how is the progressing on Superman and Peacemaker season 2? And I know it's early talk, but I want to try anyway. I wanted to ask if your addition to Creature Commando, Superman, and Peacemaker are there any other DCU projects that you will actively working on as a writer and director, or at least if there's anything specifically that you would like to be able to work with? And he just answered, of course, yes, I'm further down the road with those. There will be. So, but I wish, they could talk about him being a fucking ass on X.
Yeah.
For a younger audience, it's hard to imagine a world where the Guardians of the Galaxy, the best trilogy in the MCU, I liked it. I think James Gunn did good with the
He did some good
Guardians of
work.
the Galaxy. Yeah, he did some good work with that. I do agree with that. I
The
did
best
enjoy
part
that.
of Guardians 3 was Rocket's story.
It was. I
Rocket's
agree.
story was
I
amazingly
don't
done.
even think that should be up for argument. I agree. Mm-hmm.
I'm
I know it
arguing
may.
that
I know
because-
it may. I know it made people uncomfortable, as they said, because what are they doing to these animals? It's like, well, one thing, they're not real. I think the story is supposed to be uncomfortable, but
Right.
Yeah.
And it was
No,
an otter. They used an otter. They used
yeah.
otter.
mhm.
I like otters.
And,
And
yeah,
penguins.
and I know I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. I think there are some of the better works in the MCU. But I'm a sci-fi geek, and I love Star-Lord, Rocket, and I love these characters. And again, that's what I say. I don't hate everything that's James Gunn is doing. Even though I criticize a lot of stuff he does, that's because he's a fucking idiot. I almost used another word that I can't use anymore. That was almost.
Can't say that.
Hate it.
Yeah. So he has done a couple of works here and there that has been good, but it after everything that he's been doing and saying and planning and all the choices he's done with the DCU itself, I have to be critical of the choices and stuff he have said. 'Cause
Yeah.
how can he not? How can anyone on this panel not? When he's been like that, you know?
Well, yeah, in his own ways, he's been backhanding the fans. So I mean,
Yes.
really.
Yes.
Well, what is he gonna do? Like, what? I mean, we kind of have an idea, but is like Superman gonna be depressed and start drinking alcohol? No, I'm just kidding. But really, it's just
You might not be kidding. They might do that.
And
that would be
also
horrible. Like they
Mm.
just
I know it would.
imagine
know.
if they followed a lot of the blueprint from like the second Superman film, and we can go with that, where he is going through some trauma, but he's going to get over it, and
Yeah.
then Lois is going
And
to yep.
one
all
thing
this
that
cool stuff.
always worries me a little bit about James Gunn when he has a lot of control over something, right?
It's interesting.
And that is he I know a lot of people said, Zack Snyder like to have stuff really R-rated. No, 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 no. He's a youngling compared to James Gunn. If James Gunn has full control over something, he will go more R-rated than that. He will like go.
Yeah.
You saw Peacemaker. You saw the Suicide Squad.
Well, what haven't we also talked about? Like, there's also too much darkness. You've said this before, Baron. There's too much darkness. So wouldn't it be good if this new Superman movie was what, PG-13?
Yeah.
It can be dark to an extent, but it can also have a lighthearted story too.
It's for me, yes, for me, example, yes, I like a lot of darker stuff, but you have to do it correctly. You have to make it fit, in my opinion. So what Snyder did is the right way, in my opinion. The way he did it, it was dark, but if to me, it wasn't too dark, if you know what I mean. But it was still
Well,
dark.
It's also a part of knowing your characters. Superman
Yes.
is hope.
Yes.
It's not dark.
No.
I mean, yeah, he has
He
moments.
can be.
Has
It depends.
moments.
He
It
has
depends.
he has
yeah.
dark stories,
Right.
of course. He
Yeah,
had
there are
some dark
some.
stories
Right.
out there, and that's what
But
Zack Snyder based it on, of course. But
Right.
Superman became the hopeful one that we wanted, and if we ever
right,
got a real Man of Steel too, that was the point of what we were gonna have. Finally, now he is the light and hope that we all wanted.
right. So I mean, you can't be too dark with Superman, especially on your first outing with him, trying to build your new DCFU universe.
You can you cannot do that in the beginning. If you want to have later on a story with Superman that's a little darker, you can do that. But this is gonna be the beginning. This
Well,
is
I
the
mean,
beginning of
you
his
had
universe. So yeah.
you had that with a Superman 2 when Lois was killed, or was it one? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
One.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it was in one,
You had
right?
to
So
bring
you
it
had
back.
that,
Yeah, it
and
got
of
dark.
course,
Mhm.
yeah, it got there, but it's not the whole movie.
No.
Again, Batman is a little bit darker because he's that hard boiled detective.
Yes.
Overall, despite the fact he's wearing the funny bat suit, he's a detective. That's his
He's a
main
detective.
job,
Yeah.
and that is what he is doing. I think a lot of people forget that, especially in the industry, because excuse me, because one film, Batman '89 came out. We're going to have to keep dark, dark, dark like that all the time. Well, then it got silly again when you had what's his name take over the last two films, in his sexual frustrations, putting bat
Joel
nipples.
Schumacher.
Yeah, Schumacher, who
Yeah.
admitted that he made a big mistake doing that stuff before he died. Batman, you can have darker. Batman, not so much. He's a shining light. He's a beacon. He's what? And remember,
You said
Truth,
Batman again. I
Justice.
think you meant
Oh, sorry,
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah,
He's a
you're good.
beacon.
If
Thank you.
Batman was true justice and true light.
Well, I
But
mean,
yeah.
Batman's about justice, and
Yes.
Yeah, he is the
Superman
justice.
is truth, justice in the American way. He's that beacon because, as his creators were all about, he's
Yeah.
the ultimate
And
immigrant to
James
America.
Gunn's
It's an
James
immigrant
Gunn
story.
Yeah, and James
Yes,
Gunn
good
said that,
point.
this Superman was gonna be the American way, but what do you think he meant with that? Because it's James Gunn, and you know his opinions on a lot of stuff.
I don't know. It's scary because
Is it going to be present day America,
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
or is it going to be what Superman has always stood for: truth, justice, and the American way?
Yeah.
It has been sound for a little bit. What do you think? What he meant by that?
Who?
Who?
Guilty.
What?
Oh, Celtic?
Yeah, because he's been quiet. So
I'm sorry. I zoned. I'm sorry. I zoned out. It's been a long day. Um, what was the question?
So what I said is that James Gunn did also said that he was gonna, this Superman he's doing is gonna be the American way. But what do you think he meant by the American way? Because his opinions on a
Oh
lot of stuff.
no. Okay.
Is it gonna be like Mike said, the modern America, the older?
If
What is
he's
he thinking?
okay,
Because
if he's smart and wants to make money and doesn't want to get absolutely slaughtered by the fans, then he's going to go back to the classics, the classic, the classic rendition of Superman. He has to. He absolutely has to. People are tired of the dark superheroes, the gritty. They're tired of it. There's been an overabundance of that style of superhero movies, and people want the classic heroes. They want the
Yeah.
classic heroes, and they have to do that. And if he doesn't do that, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't see it succeeding.
because he's on a different side than we are when it comes to his version of America. So that's what
Well,
scares me.
Well, you
Yeah.
think about the other superhero movies he did. The Guardians of the Galaxy stuff was popular. They did
Yeah.
something,
He
and they
didn't have
weren't.
fully control though. That's the thing. He did not
No.
have fully control over
And
them.
he's got full control over here. So it's
Yes.
a big, massive wait and see. We know absolutely nothing other than the
Doesn't
bad
thought
the shit.
scare you a little
Other
bit of what he's gonna do with his thoughts and who he is?
well, it really depends on whether or not, like, is he known for putting his own personal bias into his writing, into his directing, into his movies and whatnot? If that's
Yeah.
not the case, then
Yes, he is.
he
to a
is.
certain point,
Oh,
yeah.
geez, well then we
He did. He was with his brothers creating
okay.
Brightburn, that was like evil Superman, like super
Oh
hardcore evil
Lord.
Superman movie.
Well, then pets.
I mean,
Keep track of the red flags and go into it with
He based it on
hesitation.
Superman. They based it on Superman. They
Yeah.
want to see Superman go full 100% evil as a kid.
Fans
Right.
don't want
And-
that. Don't do that. If he does that,
Like-
it's dead on
Like
arrival.
it works for its own movie. I don't hate the movie. It works for its own movie.
But not
um,
Superman.
No, it's like I can understand a darker Superman. I like darker stuff. Like I do like Man of Steel for its little bit darker tone, but
Mhm.
also the lighter tone it had.
But
But
it's overdone though.
yes.
that's why I say
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's universe, if it was finished, I would have been happy. I think it worked for that universe because again, he based it on some of my favorite storylines
Yeah.
for me. So too bad it never got finished. But
Hmm.
we have already
Yeah.
had that, and that's Snyder's universe done. We are done with that. Unfortunately, that's no longer a thing. Now we're in the James Gunn era, and
It's time to go back to basics. And the number one mistake is
going back
like I
more to the
said earlier.
blueprints.
Well, the basic blueprint, but he's starting. Starting off small, starting off small with the cartoon. I don't know how good of an idea that is. It could, it could land like a wet fart in a car. It could knock it out the park. Don't know.
And
it could be just a little teaser, but Creature Commandos.
And that can also be a little bit more R-rated because that's what he likes to do, and more darker because that's more of a darker start. So when you actually Creature Commandos is a darker they are darker characters than Superman. So that's what he's starting with. He's actually starting really dark. He's starting really dark in his universe with that cartoon.
I don't know how well that's going to land with the fans if he continues that path with Superman.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we are going to wrap it up.
Each character is different, and you got to do each character properly right. Go out there and buy the old comic books, not the new crap. James, go out there and look at the 80s stuff from the 80s, even the 70s.
Yeah, you can find stuff that's even more current.
There's a lot of good stuff out there.
with
Once
the
you
Well-
get, when did the 52 start? About 2000s, maybe 2010, something
Something
around
like
there. I don't know.
there's some cool
Yeah.
stuff in 52 and a lot of
But
crap
there's
in
other stuff.
52.
Get stuff like
Well,
Yeah.
Nightwing Rising. That's a really
Yeah.
good
That's a good
story.
one.
Well,
Nightwing
uh,
Rising is a
really
good
good.
one.
I'm thinking back to when they
Yeah,
basically
I
redid
gotcha.
the DC superheroes back in the 80s.
Right.
And you got, they revamped and redid Superman, and they did it right. Batman, they did it right. All the characters, Flash, all that. It was like a renaissance. It was a rebirth, and they did it right. And that, if you're wanting to reinvigorate this universe, James Gunn, look at those comics and how they reinvent that universe, and remember, each one has their own thing. Go off of it, but I don't think he friggin' cares.
well, the whole thing is between whatever happens between now and when the Superman movie is released, whatever shows with Creature Commandos, it's not going to matter. People aren't, people are going to watch it, but the Superman movie must knock it out of the park because Warner Brothers in the DC universe, the movies, has been one failure after another, after another, after another. And we've already see, like, regardless of that little still photo of him, Superman putting on his boots, it's like, what is he doing? He's taking his time. Superman can move this faster than the speed of whatever, faster than the speeding bullet.
and
So it's just one little still. But it's the cameos. The cameos that have been announced in this movie, it just, the red flag is looking like a big bloated mess before any information has come out. So
That's a fair
Yeah,
point.
and also remember this, also one of James Gunn's favorite comics that he also wanted to base his movie of, because he teased this and talked about this, and that was Kingdom Come Superman that he was a big fan of. And
but
that
you
is a
need to
darker
build.
story.
You need to build towards that. You don't start with
Right.
something like that. You have to build. It's like make a Superman movie that's good. Make the Batman movie that's good. The Wonder Woman, like whatever characters are involved in Kingdom Come, you make that. That's what Marvel did. You had Iron Man movie, Captain America. You had single movies,
Yes.
building up the characters, establishing who they are, what their motivations are, long before you had the full team up in the Avengers. With little hints here and there and everything. And if they don't do that,
And Kingdom
the reason why the previous movies failed,
Yeah.
they tried to
and-
start from the team up.
Well,
yeah, that's what
I
the
mean,
previous regime did, and if the current regime follows in the same footsteps, they're doomed for failure.
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
why.
no ma-
That's
no-
why I had a
You're too
problem with
bloated.
Batman versus Superman. It's like you're taking the Dark
Yeah.
Knight story where
Mhm.
Batman had a big beef with Superman because Superman
and mixing
sort of
it up
fell
with
down.
Injustice.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
no.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
also
build
fair.
up to that.
Yeah.
Right, you
And
gotta
it's like,
build.
I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies when it comes to Batman. But I would, before that, even though I love, Snyder's universe, I'm still critical to stuff. Don't call me a Zack Snyder simp or that kind of stuff. Even though he's one of my favorite directors and all that kind of stuff and creators, I'm still, I'm still critical to certain stuff. It's like we had a Superman movie, and then I wish we could start off with a Batman movie after, and then go and then build up
it's
and then
just-
build up the Batman
I-
versus
I- I
Superman. I think
think-
that would have been a better choice, of course.
I was having a conversation with Phil before, and Phil's like, "Well, why don't we have like a Batman and Robin film, and then we can have a Nightwing Rising movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
We are gonna get the Batman and Robin now, but it's not gonna
Uh,
be Dick Grayson. It's gonna be
Uh,
Damian Drake. No, Damian.
It's just we have
Damian
not
Wayne.
really.
Damian Wayne.
We've
Sorry.
never really seen Nightwing in live action, and if I know they could find somebody who would be good for Nightwing, and
yeah.
it's just
We
Just
had.
like,
I just
we
feel
had
like
Teen
there's
Titans
so
at least. We had Nightwing,
Yes.
but it
Those
wasn't
Yeah.
a great
Teen
show.
Titans. That's what we
Yeah.
need. Good Teen
Yeah, we
Titans with a good Nightwing, good depth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But like
Yes.
Oh wait, no wait, that
show-
was the original cartoon. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
cartoon.
the
I'm
cartoon.
talking
was-
about
no,
live action
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah, no,
They did
live
it
action
there.
Titans made. They got Raven right to an extent, but they
Some
just
parts they
the
did some
Starfire thing was
parts.
a mess, and then they did
Yeah, it
some
just- it-
good work with Dick Grayson because like fuck Batman. Like yeah, okay, that makes sense. I get that, but it's just everything else. Yeah, it was a
Jason
mess.
Todd was a better part of that because he was more of a Jason Todd in
I
the
didn't
show
get
at
that far
least.
into the show. That far.
Yeah, no, he he's angry little twat. and a little bit more like that, of course, like he is in the
Yeah.
beginning.
But
But we had a Nightwing there, but it wasn't perfect. But at least we had.
so Nightwing
Oh,
did actually pop up in that Titan
yeah, yeah,
show?
he became
Oh
Nightwing.
my
Yeah, yeah, he
god.
became
Oh, he
Nightwing. Yeah,
really
yeah,
did. Okay, wow.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So we've actually had a live action Nightwing, but we could
Yeah.
have a better one. Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
but the problem now is we're not gonna have Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson's story's already been, because we're gonna start with Batman and Damian Wayne, his son, Bruce
Okay,
Wayne's
so they're gonna
son.
do
We're gonna
Damian
start
Wayne
there.
instead of they
That's
could
that's
just
James
do
Gunn's movie of Batman. Yes,
they
Mhm.
that's
could
their
just
movie
do with Dick
with the
Grayson
director of
again,
the Flash.
even though we've had a Batman and Robin, right, with
Oh
Schumacher. Oh
God.
boy. Oh yeah, that worries me. But yeah, no, this is an opportunity to have Dick Grayson and Batman, and they're like, oh well, we already had the story from Batman Forever, sure, but we could build on that, and they could bring in Barbara Gordon, and then Barbara Gordon could be in the Nightwing
And
Rising movie where they
just
make
but
the connection. But
and
what do
and
I
just
know?
with the leaked pictures of set, we kind of see Superman being captured and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of wonder for certain
So,
stuff.
what do
And
you guys think then? Do we need Lex Luthor in this new Superman movie, or do we need Brainiac back, or do we need something
I want him
else?
to start simple, a
Yes,
villain of the week in this movie. Just
I
start
like that.
simple.
Yes,
Yeah, start
villain of the
simple
week.
with it.
Yeah,
Build
that's
it up. Yeah.
mhm.
Again, I like Zack Snyder, but I wish he had a Batman movie before Batman versus Superman, even though how much I love Batman versus
I
Superman,
know
but I
how
wish
much
he
you love
did.
that. Yeah.
Slow and steady
But
build up, but yeah.
but I wish he had a Batman movie before that to build more up. It's like
Excuse me.
the DC he had wasn't perfect. I wish certain stuff were more built up. And especially for people who are not comic people and just movie watchers, it would have been simpler for them to understand the universe if he did. Of course, if you are more into the comics, it's a little more simpler to understand what he was trying to do, of course. But with the James Gunn thing, we see Superman getting captured and all that kind of stuff, and it makes me wonder with a lot of stuff. And I know that James Gunn he teased a lot about Kingdom Come and all that kind of stuff. And again, that storyline is also a really depicted really dark compared to other stories, if I don't remember really wrong. Because that's what I remember, at least reading
Well,
Kingdom
I
Come.
mean, I think he also wants to do an Injustice film too, and it's like, well, that's pretty much set up. Superman goes crazy after Lois Lane passes away, and he just goes
But
crazy.
it
I'm
comes
like,
back.
okay, right,
But it comes
right, he
back.
comes back, yeah.
Yeah, and
Because I
that's
think Batman and
in
some other superheroes, some other heroes, whatever, have to help him get through this. And I think if they do it right,
because that's what
I know
happened in the comics,
right. The
Lois
comics
dies,
and
Sup
in
yeah.
the games get it
Yeah,
right too, and the movie is somewhat accurate as well. So the animated film,
movie yeah, that
series
wasn't
animated
good,
film.
that wasn't a good
No,
movie, but, it was what it was,
yeah,
but at least, in the Snyder he becomes Superman again, Batman knows what he has to do, and that's what's
yes.
great about Batman, he knows what to do. Um But, I try to remember the Kingdom Come story. It's been so long since I've read it. Baron, do you remember Kingdom Come, Superman, and
I,
all that?
I feel ashamed. I wasn't collecting comics at the time. I had not read it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll had in my comic book geek card, but I was busy about that time with family and all that, and didn't have much
Yes.
time to.
Right.
Plus,
To
comic
read
book
them.
stores
Yeah.
were a distance away from where I was living, so and I was
uh,
collecting more Star Wars stuff, Star Wars comics at that time. So,
Right. And I think
you have to met out your budget, But if you go back to the '80s, early '90s, I got a lot of superhero.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, and that's why there should be always a requirement. Okay, if we're doing a superhero movie, or we're doing this, and of course there has been sometimes too many of them. It's just oversaturation, but then you've got to read at least a few comics or read a novel or two.
Because
And then,
what I
yeah,
remember, it's like,
so get
the
used
Kingdom
to knowing
Come
these
comic
things.
was, a really dark, sad future of what I remember,
Mhm.
and, most of the heroes, if I think Batman was kinda crippled or something, if I don't remember wrong, and,
Okay. Yeah.
and the original Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, uh,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Yes.
was brainwashed by Lex Luthor, and it was a lot of stories like that. It was like a really dark future, and Superman was not like himself anymore to a certain point. And that's what basically, you know, James Gunn took a lot of inspiration of was Kingdom Come, and that's again why I'm thinking like, what is he gonna do? You know, that's my question. What does he mean with, you know, the American way and also basing a lot of stuff on Kingdom Come? You know what I mean?
You know what he should do? If James Gunn was smart, he would
Make a
hire
good movie.
on. Yeah, that too. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. A great movie.
And the
Is
logo to
hire.
Superman is Kingdom Come styled.
Yeah, well, he should hire uh, Michael Keaton to be Bruce Wayne, then hire someone to play Batman Beyond. Do a
Sure,
Batman
why not?
Beyond.
That's
And
what
make
people
a
are
great
begging
Batman Beyond.
for.
I want
That
a
would
great
be
Batman
sick.
Beyond movie.
That would be
awesome.
That
Did-
follows the lore
I would
and
love
actually does
that.
it justice.
Did you hear the
'cause I'm a-
story that they were in the works? There was either concept art for a Batman Beyond
Oh, you
animated
mean
movie
that
in the
wasn't
same
that was the
style.
YouTuber who did that though, who made that animation stuff.
No, it was just concept art.
Oh, art. Yeah, because I know there
I
was
thought
a
it was something.
YouTuber.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
because
thought
a
it
lot
was
of
something that was in the planet, and it looked beautiful.
yeah, no, a guy who he made it really much like Spider-Verse styled
Yeah.
video.
Oh,
a lot of people thought that was like a real DC thing, but it was just
Okay.
him. Yeah, it was him doing.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
such a tease! Such a tease.
But that would have been great. I always wanted a real
Well,
Batman Beyond because I will always say this: of all the Batmans out there, my favorite will always be Batman Beyond. Okay, that's my favorite Batman.
Still a great
and
choice.
and I would have had two choices for the Bruce Wayne and Michael Keaton.
Yep. As
Yeah,
an older
If
Bruce
he was
Wayne.
still alive, Kevin Conroy.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, he
Of
would have. He
course.
could be some role in that. Sure. I mean, yeah.
No, I'd have him as Bruce Wayne. It would be a fight between those two. I'd want to have play
Okay,
Bruce
I got
Wayne
you.
as
Yeah,
him.
of course. Yeah,
And
no, why not?
I will always say this about the Batman movie: Robert Pattinson does look more like Terry McGinnis than Bruce Wayne.
Ooh.
He would have been my
Oh,
bet. I
that
will
would
say
be- that would be neat.
he would be a better Terry McGinnis because he looks like he can act. He act more like Terry than Bruce. So
You'll be if we do that properly, you'd be printing money.
Yep.
People will be
yes,
running. I would.
Yep. Studios, the big wigs, they don't want to listen to the fans because we don't know what we're talking about.
And of
It's like,
course.
hi, we
Yeah.
want this. You don't know what you want. You think you do, but you don't.
Remember, to the studios, we're all bigots, we're all racist. Is
To a lot of
the
them, yes.
Aussies.
Sometimes these
Especially
studios
Michael.
listen to us, but it's rare. It seems to be worse every year.
and but no, man, it's too much of cameos in the Superman movie. We are gonna wrap it up, but as the final things I want
Yeah.
to say at least is, you know, we have like Lex Luthor and so many others too.
Well,
in
we
this
know what
movie.
happens with too many member bears. Remember this? Remember that? It's like,
Yeah, remember
yeah.
this, remember that. We have too
Yeah. Stop the
too
member
many.
please, too many, too many.
We have
Some
like
are
Hawk
okay, not a
Girl,
lot.
Mr. Terrific,
There has to be a reason that Hawk Girl is there,
the
or
Engineer.
Hawk Girl, or
Let's see. Hold on.
We
Unless
just
they
have
Or Green
Green
unless they show up
Lantern.
at the end. If they show up at the end, and it's the formulation of trying to get the Justice League going. That's the only way I can see it happen. That they
Yeah,
all show up
and-
at the end.
I mean, I might try that Green Lantern show. I don't think James Gunn is involved in it. I'm not sure, but we're going to have an older Hal Jordan. It might work.
That really depends because
Yes.
again, also
It
the
does.
Green Lantern is part of.
Did you hear
This
about the Green
universe.
Lantern? Who they're casting for as John Stewart?
Yeah, I
The
saw
cast-
something
yeah,
about
casting
that.
for John-
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
something about that.
Guy's
yeah.
name is Aaron Pierre, and apparently, I saw this on Twitter, and people are just retarded. He's not
Well-
black enough.
You said a no word.
What?
Yeah, he said a no word.
Kick him off the panel.
Yeah,
for-
that's a
put him
no-no
on a
word.
timeout.
What did I say?
The R word.
Oh yeah, the R word. The R word.
That's what he
Oh,
said.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No problem, man. It's hard to
Okay.
get used to the new stuff.
What the hell? He's
Malfunctioning
not-
brain. How about that?
It's all right.
Well,
Yeah, that's
What
my
is
word
this?
better.
Okay,
Are
I'll keep that in mind. Sorry.
No
Yeah,
problem.
the white, it's the white women, blue-haired land whales, whatever. I'm here to talk for you. that's now deciding who's black enough to be black.
Stupid.
But that's
what
the
it is.
criticism. That is the criticism.
no, that is
from,
I
from,
saw a picture of
on-
him. I
yeah.
thought he looked perfectly black.
But no,
Yeah.
he does not. His skin's not dark enough. Like what?
He's light
like,
skinned. That's the
What
problem.
is
He's a
this
light skinned
timeline
black
we're on?
person.
Like,
Yeah, that's
oh Lord,
that's been a problem for a while now, man. It really has.
Yeah,
that
it
you are not
has.
dark
That's-
enough and all
I
that.
don't get it.
But
We're
again,
living in the
it's
bizarre
disgusting.
world. That's for sure.
We are, dude. It's
People
all
are having
bizarre
attitudes
world.
like
It's
that.
Crazy. Yeah, it's
Wow.
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
mean,
I
I
mean,
saw the
we-
picture of the guy. He looks,
James
you
is
know,
trying
like
to
he looks
stop
black
this
to me.
yeah.
Oh wait, I'm
but
supposed to hate. I'm not supposed to like him though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be defending him because I'm an ist and a phobe and all that bullshit. No, I'm defending this guy.
Remember,
Now,
Vern, you're supposed to be a white supremacist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
how do you know? How
but
did
but
you know?
again, we will
marched
see what
around the house
happens
two
with the
steps.
Green Lantern TV show, since they also have Green Lantern in this movie. You know,
That's a good
Um,
one, Hunty. I remember that animated film. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. But no, we have to see about that, of course. But my final thoughts that I still have no faith in James Gunn's DCU. I have no faith in that. I like Penguin and
Yes.
I like Batman for what it is. Could have been better, but at least Matt Reeves, I think he's a better choice for the universe than James Gunn.
Yeah.
I think
That's my
the
final
only
thought.
way James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC universe is going to succeed is if they stay out of the way of creators who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In a perfect world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is an imperfect world, so I don't see them staying out of the way.
No, and more importantly, they're going to put people in there that don't have the talent or knowledge of the universe and want to push their crap.
Right, that's the whole thing. Yeah, they don't care and they don't want to do the research, and so they're just like, oh, we'll just throw something at a wall, or we'll just make this character this way, or we'll just. It's like, no, this doesn't connect well, and then the same crap is going to happen, and we'll see if they learn anything about this. They learn anything from the failure of the second Joker movie, but we'll see.
That's the thing. Hollywood's been slow to learn during this whole almost 10-year
Yes.
period
At least.
Well, the
Around
issue would be we're not going to be even if they did learn anything, we're not going to see the results of it for another year or two. So all the stuff's coming that's coming out now, like you see with Agatha and Ironheart next year. This is all stuff that's been in the works for 2, 3, and 4 years. So it's still infected with that point of view. So it's if there is a shift, it's gonna be a little while before we see it.
Okay. I'm looking at some of the people that are writing the Lanterns TV show.
So
One of the writers, Damien Lindoff, he was part of the Watchmen TV series.
Oh God, help us! Okay, we need to have a video of a plane crashing.
The only thing good that I remember of that season 1, and I think there obviously was
the ending.
No,
ended?
there was actually some good actors in there, but other than that, there wasn't. The
They
plot is
destroyed
all over the
it.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, with that news, all I'm going to do is go dun 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 dun.
Well, you know what's funny? Speaking of people, when Phil and I
Mm-hmm.
recently watched The Long Halloween, Batman: The Long Halloween,
And
and you know somebody's
James
name was in
Gunn-
there. Tim
James Gunn
Sheridan.
has
Tim Sheridan was involved in The Long Halloween. I was like, well, what happened to this guy?
and I want to break the news.
Wait,
James
you
Gunn
the
is part of
same
the
Tim
show.
Sheridan who
Yes.
lost some of us on the panel?
Yes.
Oh, wait a moment. Oh, that's right. I'm on the list, aren't I? Yeah,
You did it. You made the list.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I made the list. All it took was an eye roll, a gift.
Yeah.
of
You made the list.
An eye roll.
But
I
I want
didn't even interact with the guy. And he blocked
No.
me.
Yeah, it is
Well,
what
the
it
funny
is.
thing is, I
But
put some comments in before he didn't block me. So one of the things he put in there, I just put the rolling eye gif, and that was it. That's what did it. I guess I broke him for
yep.
me.
And James Gunn is part of the Lantern TV series too.
Now I'm a little worried.
You have one of the writers of Watchmen, the TV series, James Gunn on the
Yeah.
project, and there are rumored that Nathan Fillion will show up in the series too. His character, Guy Gardner. So it's gonna connect. It's gonna connect with the.
I always liked Guy Gardner. He was an asshole. Is an asshole. But if the guy that was involved in the Watchmen series is doing a series about a black Green Lantern,
Yeah, one.
you can see where it's gonna fucking go.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if he can keep his agenda out of that. Unfortunately,
No,
that's a
he
problem.
can't.
So I say, it probably wouldn't kill us if we want to try it, see it. Kyle Chandler's in it, fine, but there's just some red flags. It's like, okay, well, let's see. Penguin turned out well, so we'll see. But yeah, I agree, Baron. It's really hard to say. Oh, this is going to
Hope
be
for the best, expect the worst.
Expect the worst, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, no, exactly. So, guys, any final thoughts on everything we talked about today?
Yeah,
Not
there's
really.
a lot, man. Yeah,
Thanks a lot,
that's
man.
your opinion, man.
That's your opinion, man.
Get it?
Take it easy,
Oh,
man.
Just take it easy,
I'm
man.
calm. I'm calm. I'm calm. Calmer than you.
I'm calm.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm calm, man. I'm calm.
I'm calm, man. Cash, any final?
We'll just see where things go. I mean, the Penguin is a step in the right direction, but who knows what's going to happen.
Oh, I can't wait for the next episode.
Same
Oh,
here,
yeah.
man. I'm
Yeah,
just been rewatching the first episodes that came out and all that, man.
More information, find out how Sophia Falcone became who she is like, oh.
Yeah, don't spoil too much.
I'm not saying anything else.
And we have a black kid in the show, and it's not woke. Like what?
He's supposed to be half Dominican.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was talking to Hoshi last night about this one, and this is where not exactly self-inserts, but kind of a checkbox works because it's not on the nose, it's not in your face, it's not smashing you over the head.
Then it's not a checkbox, Well,
listen,
it makes sense though to the story.
It makes sense to the story.
One of the women involved in the creation of this show said that she has the same heritage, either Latin or Dominican heritage, and she wanted to show that representation in the show. So they made the character of Victor half Dominican. And it's like, oh, okay, that's a cool, interesting bit of information. That's what she wanted to do for the character, but it doesn't affect the story. It doesn't interfere with anything. It's organic. It's natural. It's just
he's organic.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his own demons, and that's what's so great. Well, what's so good about the show, besides Sophia and the
actual
Penguin, of
character
course,
development.
Yes,
exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's don't want to go any further than that, but it's good. Good.
And I'm just happy that he gets a new role because I do remember him because he was in Marvel's Runaways, and that was a terrible show.
he is so good. The actor does the stutter so well with
he proved himself to be a really good character.
Yeah, well, I mean, being around the Penguin, of course, would be intimidating for anybody. It's just
it's one of those shows where I was like, I don't want to say too much about it because it is so good. I want people go watch it. If you haven't watched it and you have the opportunity, you should watch it and experience it first without spoilers. It is a fantastic piece of writing, storytelling, pacing, character development, world building, just all of the above. Something we are just so longing for.
Yeah, because it's quite obvious that Matt Reeves cares about these characters, and obviously he's done research. It's quite obvious he's doing his research on things because that's who the Penguin is. We even saw that in the animated series to an extent. So yes,
not some large-chested, tall woman who sings on a boat. Stupid.
Yeah. So I will correct myself. Dominican person, not a black person. I'm just gonna correct myself there.
Half Dominican,
I don't want to see rude, but no, he does really well. Great show, right direction, in my opinion, and it is dark in a good way. It's dark in a good way, and it fits.
You believe it. You believe everything that's happening in the show.
Yes, exactly. And
it's-
I'm not gonna spoil stuff, but the last episode that came out, the interaction with Penguin and him, and just the interaction with
that
the stuff. You
speech,
know,
that
yeah.
speech scene. Oh my god, that was
Oh yes,
fantastic.
10 out of 10 acting, man. I
Mhm.
love that acting. That was so well.
That scene was great.
Yep. So if you have guys who haven't seen it,
This is
be
what we
hyped
sound
for
like
it.
when we like shit, when we like stuff. You can
Yeah.
hear. Oh,
And we like
Happy,
the burst
happy,
of
joy,
color in the
joy.
show. You
Happy,
hear
happy,
that,
joy,
Movie
joy.
Web
Happy,
and
happy,
other
joy,
people?
joy. Happy,
Oh my
happy,
goodness.
joy, joy. Happy,
You
happy,
hear that?
joy.
oh, and
I
Sophia.
thought we were racist.
Sophia
When,
Falcone.
when we're
God, she
happy
done
about
well.
TV and movie and games, you can hear it in our voice.
Yeah, wait till I start talking
Exactly.
about Arcane.
I am
I'm
so excited.
Exactly.
I
We don't
can't
like
hide it.
anything. We
Hide
hate
it.
I'm about
everything.
to lose.
I
I'm
We
about
are
to lose
fucking
control.
love
I
it.
think
Yahtzees. We
I
are
like it.
racist. All that
And
kind
I
of
like
stuff is
it.
true.
Yes. Oh my God.
That sounds like Cash when he likes something. Yeah, it's
It's
good.
the best. It's okay. No, that's Phil. That's Phil. It's good. It's good.
That's right.
It's
That's
good.
right. Fine. Yeah, that is. Yeah, yeah.
7 on 5, it's
Yeah.
good.
It's the best.
Yeah. And before we go,
Come to my,
V said
come to
Hollywood
my
refuses
fridge.
to learn. They want agenda. It's like some of them they know, some of them know and know how to do it, but unfortunately, there's too many that doesn't. Unfortunately. And Hunter said, "I'm writing a story that apparently makes me a Yahtzee."
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well then I guess you're going in the right direction then. if people call you that, that means it's good. They don't like
Hey,
it then.
armbands are not a bad thing, really. They aren't.
But of course, we're gonna wrap stuff up. So we're gonna start with our good friend, Mr. Mike, aka
Wow.
or
Well, first off, Jace, thank you for sending me the invite. And the whole
always.
reason I'm here tonight is because my ISP was working on the internet, and they said that there'd be intermittent outages, and there hasn't been any issues. But I did notice that my internet wasn't as fast as it should be, so I postponed our stream for tonight because Cash was going to join me a little bit for Contra Operation Galuga, because I was thinking, well, with them working on the internet, I don't want to run into any problems, especially with the remote play feature on Steam, and then trying to run the stream itself and have problem after problem.
He didn't abandon you tonight. That's good to know.
No, he didn't. He didn't abandon me. I'm not going to go into that voice. I'm not going to go into that whole shtick I did last night.
But no, you don't have to. You don't have to. But you're working on your Internet Movie Database page. Did I hear that right?
No, my ISP has been
I-
working on my.
You're a jackass.
I swear,
You're a
Jace, I swear.
jackass.
Neither one of them listened to me.
Oh, no, I listen. I've been listening to Mike. What the heck?
I
Baron
got bad
changes the
ears,
word,
man.
so he makes him say, Baron, you're a jackass. See, I told you, you're bigger than jackass than all of us.
Hee-haw.
That's great.
But anyways, as far as what's coming up on the channel this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern for all Pacific Forum 4 members of the YouTube channel, we are going to have a member stream starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Saturday night. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a Mel Brooks double feature. The first movie is going to be Young Frankenstein. I'll have my Igor with me.
Igor.
That's Cash Money. Igor.
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 If you can change your name, I can change my name too.
Roderick from. Sorry.
Well, I'll have Igor or Igor, however you want to say it. I mean, in the movie, he's called Igor. So,
Yeah.
and then of course we'll have the creature with us, Baron.
Baron, yeah, that seems about right.
So we'll be watching Young Frankenstein first, and then the second movie of our double feature of this Mel Brooks double feature will be High Anxiety.
High Anxiety.
Oh.
I don't think I've
Nice
seen that.
choices.
I'm not sure if
then,
that's in my. Never mind. I'm sorry. I can.
well, if you want to stop by Kilted, you're more than welcome. If you want to join the panel, just let me know. Send me a DM on X, and
Yeah.
I'll send you the link.
The more the merrier. You can be the German
When is it?
constable with the fake hand.
It's going to be Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Oh Lord, no! I got my kids.
Mm.
That's my
Sorry.
issue.
He's a papa.
I'm Papa. I'm gonna have Lanyap with me. No, I don't stream whenever he's awake.
Family comes first.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. And then next week there's could be the game streams. There's could be Contra Operation Glued on Tuesday, more Batman Arkham Night on Thursday, and then of course the Wednesday edition of Pop Talk. I know I said the game stream was on Wednesday, but I meant Thursday, and Pop Talk on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
And if you don't mind me saying, Jace, because I have mentioned it a couple of times during Pop Talk, on October 23rd, you and I are going to
Yep.
do a simulcast.
Yes.
And for that watch party on the 23rd, we're going to be watching the original Brandon
Crow.
Lee
The Crow.
Crow. Yes.
In Blu-ray remastered 4K edition.
Mhm.
Because I have it, so I'm really excited for that. Really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that myself.
Because I watch it. I should have watched it earlier this year, but since you planned it, I planned it. It's like, oh man, let's do it.
Yeah, because you said that you were going to do it. I said, what if I were to tell you that I had thought about that movie being our second watch party of the month? And I was thinking about it because Lady Miz 2 has come by, multiple channels that I've, been subscribed to, including my own. She had suggested that back in August, and I kept it in the back of my mind thinking, no, that's appropriate for October.
It is. It is a good
Mhm.
October film. I think it's it's one of the best movies to watch in October, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. And Mike, always fun to have you on here, man. Always fun to have you.
And Jace, if you can join us for the members stream on Saturday, hop in. I'll put the link into the community page.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, always.
Yeah,
And then
he's here to check up on me. That's what he's here.
and also let's get to Mr. Kilted himself. Hopefully his mic works. Test.
Well, if it's been working all night, we're fine. Yeah, you can find me Kilted Cajun pretty much all over the place with the same icon. Make sure if you find me on the Kilted Cajun that you got that. Why am I pointing at my screen? Nobody can see me. Oh Lord,
I can see you. That's an impressive
I
point
can
you
see
got
clear.
there.
Don't
poke my eye out, man. Watch it, man.
A slow gaming news week just kind of blew up in the past 24 hours. So lots of stuff in the pipeline, a couple of videos. I'm probably about to record a video after this for a late night recording, another one for tomorrow. Lots of stuff going on. We'll be streaming tomorrow night. I had started The Last of Us Part 1 last week, but I'm sorry, the game is boring. Maybe because the story was ruined for me over and over and over again. But I've decided that I'm going to stream Alien Isolation tomorrow night. So I will more than likely scream like a little girl. So come along and join the fun and point and laugh.
I knew you were a Barbie gay. I knew it.
Yeah, well, I tried playing Alien Isolation many years ago and couldn't, but I'm gonna try to get through it a second time and get further than I did last time, and But
Good
other
luck
than
with
that, just try to get regular videos on my channel and point and laugh at the absurdity of the gaming industry and the entertainment industry.
No, it's not hard to do, man.
It's not hard to do. Everyone,
they make it very
people are always
easy,
lining up and holding my beer moments. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have also some brand new what did I make for you again? Intro for your
Oh yes,
Sunday
the
show.
intro for Sunday night. I showed it off last night and last Sunday night, and it's going to be. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Happy. I'm really happy, man.
Yes.
Wow, you sound like Trump there. He must really love it.
No, just Steve asked me about the Trump trout, and I just about died laughing with that thing.
Uh,
Look it up at your own Trump trout. Just it's so stupid.
anything more you want to promote, Kill?
No, that's it. No, I'm not trying to promote. No, don't watch it on this one. Just watch it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for
Okay.
having me, as always.
Of course, man. You're part of the company, man. Of course. Family and company. So, and of course, we will go to who should I go for? Cash or Baron first?
Up to you, man.
Cash is gonna be long-winded.
No,
He's gonna-
I'm not playing.
Yeah,
No,
because he
Baron
knows-
is. Baron's got a lot of stuff, man.
Well, you know,
Mike,
some of you
Mike,
do it too.
Mike,
Some of you
you're
can
gonna
do
pick.
too.
Mike, you pick.
Baron Baron Tag's Fandom Legacy.
There we go.
Why, thank you kindly, Mike, and thank you kindly, Jace, for letting me do this plug. I wanted to let everybody know, of course, that we are doing on Rumble only, a Rumble only experience. I'm going to get the time right this time. On Cash Money Madness over there, it's Cranky Old Fans. That is at 10 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Pacific. Again, Tuesday.
You did it again. You did it again.
What, 8 o'clock Pacific? I said Pacific, right?
You said 10 o'clock Central.
Yeah.
8
It's
o'clock
10 o'clock.
Pacific.
Yeah, that's what the time is. It's 10 o'clock for me when we do Cranky Old Fans.
For him,
It's
yes. For 8
for-
for me, yes.
For Cash, it's 8. I said it right. When I said
I'm just
Pacific, I
busting
wasn't
your
talking
chops.
about you, buddy.
I'm busting your
I
chops
know.
like
He's
you
like,
bust
I
mine.
know.
well,
Hey, I
we
got
I'm
one. I
getting
gotta
back
play
at
along.
you for all those
I'm
times
right.
you bust my
That's right.
chops.
Hey, I'm playing along, man. I'm playing along, man. So we invite everybody to join us there because we are Rumble
No, they don't.
snobs. Yeah, you're right. We don't care.
As long as the
Anyways.
stream doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck,
Yeah.
Rumble? Come
No.
on,
Oh,
man.
yeah. I got. Thanks for reminding me. I got to download that.
Yeah, okay.
Dear God.
From StreamYards because that
Right,
has the whole
right.
one. And of course, Monday at 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, we'll drop my latest gaming of Contraband Police.
Woohoo.
Again, that's at Baron Norman Tags Phantom Legacy. I think I got the volumes done even better. So it's easier to hear me and everything hopefully will flow along great. So I invite you to watch that. It premieres at 5, and then of course it will be available to rewatch later if you don't catch it at that time. So please do that. Be kind. I'm a beginning gamer. I'm a noob.
You will watch it at the time it premieres, or else Baron will come after you with your contraband.
I know what Labor Camp is, comrade. I know what that is. So I can make it easy. Of course, that's if you survive going to Labor Camp, because sometimes people get too frisky and they must be taught a Soviet lesson, you might say. Da. So please, that's all I have to say. So I must say das Vidania to you all.
All right. And of course, Mr. Cash Money.
Yo. All right, so tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, finally we should be able to play Ghostbusters. There shouldn't be a power outage.
Yeah,
Like
as
there
long as
was
you don't
last time.
abandon us.
And nobody's
Like,
going to abandon you. But
You and
yeah,
Spock.
so it'll be Spock and I and Mike and Baron, and we'll be fighting ghosts for a few hours.
You
tomorrow.
sure we're gonna be sticking on the
Yes.
same team the whole time?
Yes.
You're not just
Yes.
gonna up and abandon
No.
us. You're not
He's
just
gonna
gonna leave Baron stranded alone out there in the galaxy
No.
fighting off
He is gonna
Cardassians.
he's gonna get slimed and run away. That's what's gonna happen.
slimed and run away.
He's gonna get slimed, climb back
I
into the
couldn't take
Echo
it.
One and
Yeah.
drive away, and the three of us are gonna be left,
Oh,
and then
man.
Spock's gonna
I
leave,
got-
and Baron and I are like gonna be like, okay, fine, we can do this.
I got
So-
ghost goo on me. I can't do
it. I'm gonna go hide. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be fun.
I've
for a
got Ghost
few
Goo on my
hours.
wonderful, beautiful chin.
So we're going to be playing that for a few hours. So that'll be a lot of fun tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Phantom Hooligans and Cash Money 007 over on Twitch. And then still working on my Velma video. I guess I don't know. Maybe you know this, Kilted. I'm
why?
not sure. Just because I want to. I just it's such an insult.
And y'all
That
call me a
video-
glutton for punishment. I
I know.
refuse to watch season 2, and I'm not watching that Halloween special.
I'm not watching that. How I guess that thing actually came out, but no, I'm just want
Yeah.
to explain to people of how much of an insult this show is,
Oh.
and yeah. Well,
Hate it.
even by the trailer, I mean, Crit had shown me. Well, you don't know Crit, but Crit has showed me. He's a friend of ours that Baron and I and Mike
I
know.
assumed.
Aye.
Yeah, and the whole thing is that he had shown me what happened to Velma in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great.
Stupid, and so I'm like, oh boy. And so of course with this special, because you can see it in the trailer, because they show a lot in
Mhm.
the trailer that they're trying to bring Velma back to life. It's like just this
They
is
do.
so insulting to Hanna-Barbera, so insulting. So I just felt Kilted. It was time to finally do a video on this stupid show.
Oh.
I know.
After season 1, I couldn't take season 2. I couldn't.
Well, at least you got through season 1, man. You should give yourself a gold star for that.
Barely.
I'm sure.
I got
Well,
for
it's
season
just
1 too, man.
it's just so
For season 1.
insulting, man. It's like, when is this going to ever
Shit.
stop? You know,
They-
you look at Mindy Kaling and you're like, what are you doing? You were on The Office. What happened to you? Have you always been like this?
Yep.
It's terrible, man. But yeah, so I decided to finally do a video on that. And then let's see what else is yeah, that's all for now. That's all for now. I'm I guess my Joker video will be coming out next week. So I wanted to wait a little
Yep.
longer. So
I know
Yeah.
it. I know it.
yeah.
Cranky
And
old
you have
fan.
and you also have some cool stuff to show at some point that I created for you.
Yes, we've shown some of it already on Cash Money Madness, and of course
Really?
on the Phantom Hooligans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing stuff.
I've been editing Cranky Old Fans to an intro, and next week we'll have the outro with
Okay.
the new fancy stuff. So
Cool.
Yeah, and you have a new picture too.
Jay's gonna strut around like a peacock.
oh yeah, he always
Yeah,
has.
it's but yeah, that's what's coming out right now.
But
I'm still not.
promise you next time you're on Rumble, don't just fucking crash. Come on, dude. I came on to like watch you guys,
I know.
and then
I
suddenly you
don't know
guys
what the
are
heck
poof
happened
up.
with Rumble. They did. It was ridiculous. I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
Rummel's done that before.
Stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's coming up, and then also I'm still working on the Another Crab's Treasure Part 3. I'm gonna take some time with that. So
Oh, you're getting better and better with editing, man. So I'm proud of you.
thank you, buddy.
I'm proud of you. And anything more? Is that it?
Nope,
Anything
that's
more?
all.
No. And I do want to say, hail to Low Spec Linux Gaming.
What's up,
Hail,
bro?
brother. Hope you're doing well. You came right
One,
at the ending
two,
of the show. But thank you
two-
for being here,
two
man. If you want to
penguins
watch the
enter.
replay, we
One
appreciate
penguin
that.
leaves.
But good to see you.
Two
Hope you're doing
penguins
well.
enter. One penguin leaves. Penguin Dome.
Yeah, we have Penguin here. Look at that. He's here.
Punk waddle.
But with that, of course, you can find me tomorrow. I think Comic Relief Crusader is gonna do his show like regularly, where we talk about funny news that not many people talk about, and also talk about some topics here and there about, of course, pop culture and stuff like that. And on Saturday, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with Skullcast, because our good friend and co-host Tom, the Techno Sapien Geek, is taking a break from streaming. He decided to take all October off and just private life and try to take care of himself and stuff like that. So I will figure out if I am gonna do a solo stream or if I'm gonna invite somebody. I already talked with a friend of mine who would love to come back, and it's Netcat. I hope that he has time to join because he's always fun to have around. And I'm trying to get him and Prismatics on the same stream because we need to convince that they're not the same people, even though I think they are the same people, because they are so similar in everything. But at least Skullcast on Saturday. And of course, next week, the same stuff as always. Have been thinking about doing Beyond on Tuesday, so everybody who wants to join in on that, you're all welcomed. And of course, Wednesday, Skullcasts, and of course, Thursdays, always Beyond. And every time I am a guest with somebody else, I will try to share it out as often as I remember and can. And of course, the 23rd, of course, me and like Mike said, we're gonna do a double stream thing, and we're gonna watch The Crow and the original one with Brandon Lee. I'm really excited for it, and it's gonna be so good to watch the movie again for the millionth time. I will never get tired of that movie. I love it so much. It's my favorite movie that has ever been created. So, really excited for that. And working on the edits that I'm doing, of course, with the Kotor/Acolyte stuff that I showed earlier on the stream. I'm gonna try to finish that up before Christmas. If not, it's gonna be done after Christmas. And working on some other projects too that I'm excited to release. And also, because Comic Relief, he was really interested in this. Yes, I am actually writing book/a comic that I've been writing on, and I'm excited till when I can get that finished and hopefully released one day. Maybe I will ask Comic Relief to help me to draw and everything with that comic and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff that I have on the table. Also working on a lot of new merch. I'm going through a lot of different designs that I will release on our merch store, of course. Um, we do have the original Crow. We also do have soon we will have Bruce Lee with a lightsaber again and stuff like that. One of the best sellers that we had. And yeah, a lot of other designs will come up there. Also working on some merch with the whole team of the people on the panel, that I think is going to be a lot of fun. So yes. Other than that, as I always say, remember that life's too short. Make the most of it, and win 540 Studio, and of course Pacific Forum 4, who is part of the family and always will be, and one of our best friends ever. Mike, thank you again for being here.
Well, again, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I'm glad I had time to do it.
Always, brother, always. And
It was Cash's fault.
but again, thank you for
It
all
was
the
parents' fault always.
yeah. But again, thank you for all the love and support and everything that you guys out there are giving us. It means the world to us, and we will see you next time. And with that, remember, I'm not a Jenna Ortega simp. Goodbye,
you are.
everybody, and
What?
remember.
Excuse me?
Well,
Simping is such a major turnoff to women.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are